Good evening, everybody, and welcome to the biggest night of the year so far. Forget about your WrestleManias, forget about your Double or Nothings. It's time for NXT Battleground, live from the UFC shed. I am Ross Tweddell doing a Jason Derulo this evening, flying solo, but that does not matter because I will be sports entertained by the best wrestling promotion in the world, and a promotion that TNA, that's right, bloody TNA, should count themselves lucky to be working with. How are we all doing in the chat? Up the roos indeed. Just in case you've missed the podcast recently, Matthew called me Roos. It seems to have caught on. Let me know where you're watching around the world this evening. I am here in a very, very mild, not too cold, but it's fresh, a mild Newcastle upon Tyne. Ross is here to save us from Booker T and Gabe Lewis. Who the hell's Gabe Lewis? Have I said someone inappropriate there? I don't know, but we have Salt Lake City, Utah, Newfoundland, Canada, as we watch Roxanne Perez, the NXT Women's Champion, walk very saucily through the backstage area, if I do say so myself. Ooh, and her opponent, Jordynne Grace, who was wearing a pair of 1970s glasses, if I've ever seen them. She's walking through the backstage area, looking at some MMA fighters on the walls of the UFC shed. We've got Massachusetts, we've got Hamburg, Germany, BFE, Indiana, New Jersey. Oh, Gabe from the office, thank you very much, Andy Springer. I've not woken up yet from my nap. Big Bill in the chat, good to see you. Hope you're having a great weekend, Ross. Thank you very much. I am Big Bill. A weekend that will be capped off with some fantastic sports entertainment, professional wrestling from the old UFC shed, so it will. We've got Lexington, Kentucky, Toronto, more Bidge SD. Up the nap indeed. Ross is truly here for love of the game, riding solo just to cover NXT. Jack wanted to be here, but Jack couldn't be here. Jack couldn't handle this, could he? He couldn't handle the UFC shed, so I'm riding solo this evening. Big match for Nathan Frazer and Axiom against those big baldy buggers in the old Good Brothers, who attacked them while it looked like they were working the old merchandise stand earlier this week, but they weren't. They were doing a signing because they are superstars and not part-time shop workers for NXT in the parking lot. Thank you to Cassius the Wolf for getting their subscription in. You can do that by clicking buttons on whatever screen you're watching. There's some streamer nonsense for you. Hope you're well, Ross. I'm all right, Poison. Busy managing Swans. He is very busy managing Swans with Owen Mawson, as we're now getting a little preview. If you want to try and sync up with what I'm trying to say here, we see Shayna Baszler and Lola Vice on the screen right now. NXT Underground in the middle. I'm trying to see if I can see a little thing there. No, we are. I'm just watching it as live can be over here in Newcastle upon Tyne. The story of this match, as we all know, is that you don't stop Lola Vice from shaking her arse. She's Latina, or I'm Latina, as she said a few weeks ago to Shayna Baszler. She cannot help herself but to shake her arse. So let me know in the chat if you are Latina or Latino, a person of the Latins, not the Lat, you know what I mean. Let us know if you can't stop shaking your arse as well, because that's the story we've been told. That's the story we've been told, everybody. Vice? Oh yeah, Vice, that's a second name. I thought we were watching a Vice documentary all of a sudden on Shayna Baszler. It said Vice, NXT Battleground, Underground, Basler. Dark side of the Basler. Oliver Webb has let me know that he's shaking his ass right now, Wassy. Thank you very much for that image. Even though I don't know what you look like. It might be a tremendous arse you've got, Oliver. I can't possibly say. But yes, this is the story we've been told. Lola Vice has got respect for Shayna Baszler. Shayna Baszler is someone who inspired Lola Vice to get involved with professional wrestling, because Shayna Baszler was a cage-fighting lady like Lola Vice was as well. But Shayna Baszler has tried to stop Lola Vice from shaking her ass. Therefore, they're now going to NXT Underground. That's why we're at the pinnacle of the wrestling business right here. Thoughts on Trevor leaving WWE? It's a weird one. I think what he's doing now is all right for him, but I can see why he would want more. And obviously, the links are going to go straight away to AEW, because I think that's where Trevor, we should say Ricochet. I like to call him Trevor on the podcast because his real name's Trevor. And I just like it when wrestlers who are larger than life, like Ricochet is, have a name like Trevor. The Street Profits, that's Gary and Ken, as their government names say on their identification cards and whatnot. But But I don't know, I saw someone on the Twitter machine, I forget who it was, saying that Trevor Ricochet might get lost in the shuffle in AEW. And when you're thinking about the roster they have and the styles of wrestling they produce, I'm not going to say he'll get lost in the shuffle, but he would get more in the shuffle than he is in WWE, if that makes sense. He's more few and far between in the WWE than he is in the AEW. So I can see that point, but I can see why he would want more. But then again, I can see why he would want to stay. His good lady's there doing the the ring announcing. So that's got to be a plus point for him. Unless he hates her. Whoa! He won't hate her. She's a wonderful lady. I don't know her. She might be an arsehole. Emmett is tipped $1. Thank you very much. Hello, Ross. How are you? I am fine. I can already tell this is going to be a long 3 to 4 hours of me talking non-stop, but you got to do what you got to do. Did you know, Emmett, as we all know, likes to throw in some one-liners from time to time here on the streams. I'm sure this is going to be one of the great ones. Did you know that scientists have found that cows produce more milk when the farmers talks to them? Apparently, it's a case of in one ear and out the other. Udder. I butchered the pronunciation there. Sorry, Emmett. Udder. In one ear, out the other. Out the other. Oh, dear. Right, that was fantastic, Emma. Thank you very much. Stephen Scuddes, thank you very much to hear from you. Once again, Ross Tweddell is a legend. Some say he's an arsehole. I can't blame them. Love Friday's podcast. They are fantastic every week. Hope you're doing well. Thank you, Stephen. Hope you're doing well as well. Yeah, Friday was it? I had a weird one on Friday or Thursday when we shot it. I didn't feel like I could talk words properly, as I always do, every single week, but this week more so than most. But I'm glad you enjoyed it, Stephen. If you haven't seen it, go and watch it. Why not? After this, obviously, but go and watch it all the same. Shayna Baszler wearing a Triple H-inspired jacket. What could it mean? Lola Vice wearing a Catwoman-inspired thingy. What could it mean? I see a lot of people reading things into wrestlers' attires these days, so I'm trying to do it myself here. Too many Skittles. Oh, don't. I went back on Friday. Friday. I had one on Friday. If you're over here in the UK, I don't know if they're available worldwide, but if you are over here in the UK and you enjoy being off your lips on sugar, which is actual sugar, not the other kind of sugar that's illegal, if you know what I'm saying, get yourself to McDonald's and get yourselves a Skittles McFlurry because it will send you west. It kept me awake for hours, so it did. This sugar pulsating through my veins. Someone rewrite Cody Rhodes' theme song, but instead of adrenaline, just put sugar. Or Skittles McFlurry from McDonald's if it'll fit. But yes, what a fantastic time it was. Kevin, thank you very much for the 2 bats. We get Sexy Red and Sexy Ross tonight. Biscotti! No doubt I'm top of someone's Biscotti list that's watching. I don't know about Sexy Red. If you don't know what the Biscotti list is, essentially Booker T on commentary likes to make it known when he fancies a lady. Most men would be quite discreet about such a thing, but Booker T just can't hide it. For example, when Jasmine Nix was doing her entrance on NXT this week, Booker T forgot to converse with Vic because he was that distracted by the good-looking lady doing her wrestling entrance. So, yes, I will be top of someone's Biscotti list. Booker T sees the attractive lady, he shouts Biscotti at them, and then he made a list of which Jada Parker is at the top of. Jack Coyle, thank you very much for your £2 up the Ross. You make my bad days better. Have fun. Thank you very much. I'll give it a like. Lebosh. That's the only time I'm going to say that word. I say Lebosh too much when I can't think of anything else to say. Noah. Oh, am I going to try and pronounce the surname? Thank you very much, Noah. Cheers, Roos. Thanks, by the way, for picking my question for the pod the other day. Really made my day. Hope you're doing great, mate. Up the Biscotti. Thank you very much, Noah. I'll go for it. Migliazar. Where the hell's CHF in terms of currency? Let me know in the chatalicious. Thank you very much as well. All the same. Karma. Member for 22 months, thank you very much. All the love for you, Ross. Hoping we have a lovely show as usual tonight. Do you think we'll get any more crossovers with WWE and other promotions? That's from Fat... again, apologies for the pronunciation. Fatty. It sounds like I'm calling you a fatty if I was from Manchester, the Northwest. Fatty. But thank you very much for the question. I reckon tinfoil hat is firmly on here. I reckon WWE will buy TNA. And I think that's as far as it'll go for the time being. I can't see any cross promotions with other promotions. Oh, of course, that one in Rossi Ogawa's promotion over in Japan. I think that'll be the other one. I think with my tinfoil hat firmly on once again, just speculating, having some fun on the stream and whatnot, aren't I? I think just that shot of Rossy Ogawa, Julia, William Regal sat next to each other, that takeover a few months ago, I think that means they are in negotiations with them as well. And the fact that Julia can apparently appear for Marigold and for NXT at the same time. When has that ever happened before? Unless WWE own their arses. But I think this global localization thingy that Triple H would speak about years ago, I think that's now coming to fruition in the form of not launching NXTs around the world, because the UK one didn't really do much, did it? I know it's got a lot of wrestlers, a lot of good wrestlers under contract. But in terms of like NXT UK, the show didn't really do too much. So I think they'll buy up. They've got a Japanese promotion, seemingly, once again, tinfoil hat on in their pocket. They're going to get maybe TNA as well. That's just me speculating. Just going off the history of the company. When have they ever been this open to going, wow, look at this other wrestler from other company. Look how great they are. I know we're in a new era with Triple H and whatnot, but, you know, the olden days would tell you. They would just go, they're from there. We're better. Yeah. As we now watch, for a sync point here, everybody, the Good Brothers layeth the smacketh down on the tag team champions while they were doing a signing and not working behind the till on the NXT merchandise machine. Machine? NXT merchandise trailer. I don't know why I said machine. I got confused there. Larry Rabb, thank you very much for the $20. Who in active WWE could put on a match as good as Ospreay versus Danielson? I mean, there's a lot, isn't there? There's a lot. I mean, there's not a lot. There's a few. Rollins obviously springs to mind. I'll listen to what the Good Brothers say. They've done a little handshake there. They're calling their attack too sweet the other day. Oh, we're going back and forth in a lovely formation here. One sentence for you, one sentence for you. Just a quick little brotherly hello. They love their buzzwords, don't they, the old Good Brothers? AJ versus Rollins is the obvious answer to Larry Rabb's question from earlier. Who could put on his match as good as Ospreay versus Danielson? Javon Evans versus Nathan Frazer. As I live and breathe. If we want to have an NXT-centric match that could be close. No promos before the match, obviously, because Nathan Frazer, he sounds like an arse. Oh, I'm going to face the Good Brothers. Oh, whoopity-bee. I could be in the EPL. Meh. But as a match, a wrestling match, Nathan Frazer versus Javon Evans. Ding dong. Hello, Bailey. DJ Rocco, thank you very much. DJing at my day gig and got you in my ear with my AirPod. Thoughts are with you at this testing time there, DJ Rocco. Tunes blasting and me in the other ear. That sounds like a recipe for a headache. Frank Kingston, thank you very much. I know Triple H loves his wrestling history, so I think he might just push for an NWA purchase as well. Why? Why would he? What would he gain? I loved NWA Power at the very start. But Jesus Christ, they've shot themselves in the foot more times. Oh, I've set myself up here for a reference I don't want to make. More times than Daniel Day-Lewis in that film, My Left Foot, who didn't get a bad foot by shooting himself in the foot, but you know what I'm trying to say. They've got a sore foot that could be via gunshot wound if that was NWA. Why would WWE want to sign NWA or buy NWA? Oh, the tape library, of course. Very good point there, Frank. Yes, the tape library would be quite nice to have. Request a song from him. DJ Rocco. I don't know what's the vibe at his gig. I'll hedge my bets not being housey, and I'll go for my favourite of the houseier songs. Ian Van Dahl, Castles in the Sky. Oh, tell me why. What a tune it is. Mr. Nopic, thank you very much. Sending tons of love. Rossi Drip Drip from the biggest Cultaholic fans in the galaxy. Smiley emoji. Will Grace Perez steal the show? Much love. It'll be up there. That's for sure. I think they've done a very nice job of showcasing Jordynne Grace so far in NXT as being a massive arse-kicking lass who can do things, a lady of her size. should not be able to do. I think Jack made the point on the podcast that she can do that. I don't know what we call it, where wrestler A runs into the corner, wrestler B follows them into the corner, but wrestler A does the old kip up, woohoo, over the top of them. She does the best of that in the rest, and I agree with Jack's professional journalist hot take right there. But I think it'll be close. I think there's a few that could steal the show, isn't there? There's a few. I don't know what match of the night will be. Let me know in the chat what you think match of the night will be. Adam Harris, thank you very much. Enjoying the show with a bowl of sausages and some half-eaten brownies in honor of the fallen hero come Tuesday, lest we forget. I feel like it would be poignant for me first and foremost to like the comment from Adam, but also to hold 10 minutes silence now for the memory of come Tuesday in NXT. I'm not really going to do that. That would be terrible streaming. But it's been discussed in how quickly Robert Stone has moved on from come Tuesday. He's latched himself onto Dante Chen. Dante Chen said, no, thank you very much there, Robert Stone. Be gone. Behind the scenes. I'll tag you on Instagram. Haha. I can't play the set on YouTube, DJ Rocco. Otherwise, we'll get stricken down by the YouTube gods for copyright things. Oh, Sol Rucker's on the tickety-tock. Oh, no, the Instagram. I'm getting my logos mixed up because I'm old. Sol Rucker is warming up for this ladder match by jumping on the beds. This is NXT! She's stretching like Superwoman, and she's done a sick flip or twist, and she's landed. She's a child in a grown lady's body doing wrestling moves to thin air on a bed in a hotel. She's in a shoot moonsault on the mattress, and she's done the meme. She's done the meme where she's done a moonsault and then pulled up the covers in one motion. This is what we're here for. You don't get this with AEW or main roster. You don't get this with New Japan. You don't see Tanahashi doing a wow on the mattress, do you? You don't see that at all. Jada Parker's on a plane. What's she going to do now? Oh, Booker T's not sat 2 rows behind her, just breathing heavy. Oh, mirror selfie for Booker T's. No, it doesn't matter. She's having a meal with her parents or some relatives to her. I missed who it was. It's quite a wholesome promo, this, for what has been so far until the last couple of weeks. A very heelish lady with OTM. She's gone to the shoe shop. She's nearly dipped her head in a fountain. She's writing something down. Probably a restraining order for Booker T. Hello, police. That's how restraining orders work, isn't it? DJ Rocco says, I play everything hip-hop, house, pop, anything for you. Well, I'll give it a bit of One Love by Blue for the pop. House, I've given you Ian Van Dahl, Castles in the Sky. And Hippity Hop. Oh, LL Cool J, I'm bad. Is it LL Cool J? I think it's LL Cool J. I watched the last, that basketball thingy on Netflix during lockdown. Is it LL Cool J? Oh, I'm going to have to check on Spotify, excuse me. I'm bad. Yes, he's remembered. There's your 3 songs there. The Last Dance, that was it. Thank you very much. Now we're getting a preview for Jordynne Grace versus Roxanne Perez on the kickoff show-alicious. And now we've got an advert for Glasgow. As I do the Scottish accent that annoys every Scot who was watching. Hey, dearie me. Dearie, dearie, dearie me. Do I listen to Tame Impala about 10 years ago? Elephant is a good song. I would argue that Elephant is maybe on the cusp of being a frat boy taken down song on Northumberland Street. On the cusp. Pretty close, but not too far away. Is there a match on the kickoff? That's a very, 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 very good question. Have I looked at the card before I've came here from my nap? No, I have not. NXT Battleground. This is very professional, being on the phone on the live stream. Do we have a kickoff show match? I don't think we do. No. We have the ladder match, obviously, for the North American Championship. The ladies one, the women's one. Femi versus Coffey versus Lee. Shayna Baszler versus Lola Vice. Roxanne Perez versus Jordynne Grace. The tag team match. And then Trick versus Ethan Page, which I expect Ethan Page to lose. I'll quickly go through your predictions. That's what I should do. If Sol Rucker doesn't win the Women's North American title, that's got to be considered some sort of crime, in my opinion. Although I do think Jada Parker or Lash Legend are in the conversation for a big win there. Because Lash Legend especially has been flourishing over the last 6 months. Jada Parker, the last couple of weeks on the microphone's definitely been shining. But Sol Rucker, it just has to happen, doesn't it? In my humble opinion, not that it matters anything, but in my opinion, I reckon Sol Rucker has to win there by doing some kind of shoot Sol Snatcher off the ladder, and then somehow she'll be able to do it. Just bounce off her shoulders straight from the mat to the top of the ladder. She'll be able to do it. It's fine. Femi should easily beat Wesley and Joe Coffey. Easily. Although I do fear that Joe Coffey might win the way that Gallus have been used recently, and I think Wesley might be there. Because he's very sympathetic, isn't he, Wesley, with the stuff he's been through, the injury and whatnot. So I think he might be there to take the fall from Coffey. If I was in the chair, the booking chair with the pencils and whatnot, I would have Femi eat them both. Put them on a waffle, or was it a pancake he liked? It was a pancake. Put them on a pancake and just eat the pancake with them on top. Shayna Baszler versus Lola Vice. I think Lola Vice will win there because it just makes sense. The less experienced person getting a victory over someone with a pretty good name value in terms of NXT. I think Lola Vice will win that one. Roxanne Perez versus Jordynne Grace. I think the result of that one will tell us a lot about the old tinfoil hat. Have they bought TNA sort of thing if Jordynne Grace wins that? Because I don't think they'd put a title on someone in just a working relationship, would they? The WWE? Would the WWE do this? Let me know in the comments what you think. I don't think they would personally. But if Jordynne Grace does win this, tinfoil hat's fully on. The World Wrestling Entertainments have bought TNA. I know it is a new era. I just can't see it, though. But the way she's been used so far, Jordynne Grace, that is, pronouns, pal, I could see it happening. Yeah, we'll go Jordynne Grace from a prediction. Locked in there. Tag team match, Nathan Frazer, Axiom, I expect to defeat the Good Brothers. I don't know why, but I do. They haven't had too long of a reign so far, Nathan and Axiom. Good Brothers haven't been in NXT so long. It's like a fully fledged NXT act. They have also been appearing on the main roster with AJ Styles. I don't know if that bears any bearing on what the match might. Oh, yes, sexy red. With several wads of cash just in her hands. Show off. I do like how... tell me if I'm wrong here, Americans. But in America, if you walk down the street with several wads of cash, everyone's like, whoa, look at that. Wow. How cool is that? Showing off all your monies. But if you come over here and you did that, you'd be attacked. You'd be called a knob and then attacked. Yeah. Sexy Red's there, though, with a lot of cash. No doubt to give to Booker T, so Booker T can do that when he sees someone on the biscotti list. The real Terry Spunk, thank you very much for hearing from you. Good to see my best friend Robert Stone has moved on. I know, it's heartbreaking. Happy for him. I will be back. Come, CUM. Hell or high water. I hope he is back. Oop, I've buggered up that. Oh, you would get mugged for flashing a bunch of cash? But yeah, you go. Woohoo! You know what I mean, though? That seems to be a lot more prevalent in American culture than it would be over here. You got to be very reserved over here. You can't be a Bertie Big Bollocks, otherwise you knock down several pegs, aren't you? DJ Rocco's back, thank you very much. Tagged and done now. Some sexy red for you. I tell you what, I listened to one sexy red song. I don't know which one it was, but it was speaking about... Oh, I can't even say it on YouTube, on this live stream. In the middle of a 7-hour podcast where it's tucked away, that's fine. Where it's tucked away. But this thing she sings about, my goodness. Put the kids to bed. What Theo said in the chat there. A swollen coochie, everybody. A swollen coochie. Jordynne Grace saying she does belong here. No doubt about that. Especially Whizzle Waslin Stevie Turner. Hey, chat, like she did the other day. Lyndon Kennel, thank you very much for being a member and the following thingy. My uncle bumped into Riley Osborne. Hey! If you haven't seen his entrance from NXT recently, that's what that's about. He came home to Cumbria on the sesh. Apparently he's been watching his old promotion and knew my name. Jesus Christ. Get yourself into Chase You. Manal Patel, there's no chance because I'm only going for 5 days. Holden Gibbs, it very much done for the time being. Jordynne Grace looks terrifying. Yeah, it's very much done for the time being. It was always a spare time thing, and that spare time hasn't been there this year to put the sort of time into the content that'll do stuff. Because the content, as it was doing, very much like, oof, I've got a spare evening here. Let's try and pump something out. It wasn't quite working, so... Who knows what the future might hold, though? Who knows? Who knows? What we saying then for Jordynne Grace versus Roxanne Perez? Let me know in the chat who your predictions are. I'm going to go Jordynne Grace. I'm going to go for it. I've locked it in. Not that it matters anybody. Where in Northumberland Street do the frat boys hang out? Primark or Phoenix? All the way up and down. All the way up and down. Predominantly up by the little Starbucks, past M&S, past Primark. More so up that end towards the Haymarket bus station, but they're all the way up and down. Terrifying. Larry Rabb says DQ finish for the women's title match. Perez win via shenanigans, I see in the chat. David Dixon just replied with 2 full stops. What could it mean? It could mean anything. Can we get a top 10 Billy's quiz to pass the time, Ross? No, we cannot. Did a live stream once where we did a quiz on Billy's, just famous Billy's. Can you name this Billy? And no, I could not. Your Billy Ray Cyrus's. Who other Billies were involved as well. Interesting comment there from Captain Paddock. What if Booker T interferes on Roxanne's behalf? You can see it happening. That is his daughter, his biological daughter. A daughter he gave birth to, did Booker T. Ben the Tank, thank you very much. What would you do if Kevin Nash casually walked in now with his vintage big sexy singlet on and shouted Wolfpack in the house, and then as he went to leave, tore both of his quads? In the office right now, I'd stop the stream and I'd go and have a good time with Kevin Nash. I don't need to say what doing. You see what he shares on Instagram and whatnot these days. I would have a go of Kevin Nash's products. I don't know if they're Kevin Nash's products exactly, but he certainly enjoys to partake in them, and I will join him instead of sitting here watching NXT. In fact, we'll turn the stream off. In fact, no, we'll keep the stream on, and I'll get high with Kevin Nash watching NXT. That's how we'll get the big bucks over here at Cultaholic. But if you mean in terms of at the UFC shed, I guess I would raise a little chuckle. A little chuckle. No more than that, though, if Kevin Nash walked in, shouted Wolfpack in the house, and then went to leave and tore both his quads. A little chuckle. Isn't it Kevin Nash who loved a bit of Vaseline on the shoulder for a Tommy Tug? What is the story? He used to take the top off his toilet, didn't he, for a... Oh, I've forgotten what that was. It was right at the start of his podcast, he told the story. I got a shout out on OSW. That can never be good. I always just assume they hate me. Right, we're watching Last Legend now. Get ready. Makeup's going on. Sure to turn the head of one big trick Willie. Because she enjoys Willy Wonka's chocolate, as we've heard on NXT in the last few weeks. But Trick seems to be quite coy about the entire relationship at the moment. Whoa, she got changed by just flicking her hair. Right, Lash Legend's gone shopping now as well. She's swinging on a swing. She's walking down an escalator. She's gone to the shoe shop as well. Or is that JD Sports? Foot Locker? I don't know. Oh, she's stalking Trick Willie. You can't film someone without their knowledge, Lash Legend, you weirdo. What a pleasant hand-washing station. In a public toilet. What is happening here? She's at the gym now. We're everywhere. Now she's white. Oh, she's brushing her teeth. We get to see Lash Legend's 90. Fantastic. Again, Booker T. This is why NXT is his favourite promotion. Machine just in the car park. At the airport. Waiting for a taxi. What's happened, Machine? Oh, she wants to do all the warming up and whatnot and gym work, but she can't because I'm appearing somewhere else. Terrible. Enjoy your massive poo there, Stephen Delaney. Let me know how it is when you get back. Can't wait to hear. Let's see if I've missed anything in the old chattery-do. I don't think I have. I think we're up to date. Thank you for your donations so far. I can see, by the way, we're only on 180 likes. Liking these streams is the best way to support this bollocks for free. So please, let's have a like spike for Machine looking tired after a long day where she couldn't go to the gym. Like spike for Machine looking tired. It's just what's on the screen at the moment. Puppet Boy, you let me know when you go for a poo. I wish you well on your poo as well. Now we get a preview for the North American men's title triple threat match. Up the like spikes indeed. Like spike for Solo Ross. Like spike for Ross and his love of NXT. Oh, but Femi must be quiet because when he talks it means something. He's a good ruler. God, his eyes are terrifying. His reign is going to eclipse Wesley's reign, and I believe him. Let's have a look at the difference in the length of the title reigns. I don't know what it is off the top of my head. Oh, bollocks. I'm going to take too long to find this, aren't I? Reigns. The house always wins? What's he just said the house always wins for? House of Black coming to NXT. You can't stop anybody coming to NXT because it's the best wrestling in the world. That's what we've learned so far. The house always wins. I know it's a betting reference because they're in Vegas. 22 reigns there's been. Wesley's longest reign has the longest reign, which is 269 days. Nice. Oba's held it since January the 9th. I don't know how many days that is off the top of my head. I cannot do the maths. I'm not very clever. Adam Satori, I like the name, has donated. Thank you very much indeed. Shabba Dabba Doo, how's it shaking? Up the roos. Shabba Dabba Doo to you too. It's not shaking very much at the moment because Sam Roberts is on the screen giving us some wrestling mild takes. No offense to Sam. I know what gig he's got here. He can't say what he wants to say when he's working for the company. No doubt he'd love to shoot all over NXT if he could. Roos in the hoose indeed. I did see that for Big Body Javi there, James. Heartbreaking news. Going to be out for a few months, isn't he? A few months. Roos, you better dress up as Roosh for Halloween. Why the hell not? In fact, no. I'm not going to dress up as Roosh. Oh, God, here we go. Because that would require me to be naked. From the waist up, and no one wants to see that. Nobody. Nobody wants to see that. Update from Stephen Delaney there. Didn't quite make it to the toilet. We'll try again tomorrow. So what does that mean then, Stephen Delaney? What does that mean? Where did it go? On the floor? All over yourself? In underwear? What happened, Stephen Delaney? I want graphic detail. Graphic detail. That's a low blow in the chat there. Andre Chase doesn't have a match because he can't be trusted in Vegas. We know he did this for the good of the university, and initially for the good of the university, but then his love and his admiration for his daughter, not his actual daughter, his metaphorical daughter, Thea Hale, that stopped him. That stopped him from going through with the bets. He threw in the towel because he's too much of a nice man. Puppet Boy, I did not see the Cultaholic reference on OSW. What happened on OSW? I'd love to know. Big fan of them. Haven't seen the episode yet, obviously, because I'm here. Hap the Bahars. And all the best with your poo there, Puppet Boy. That's enough poo talk for the chat. Am I going to Clash at the Castle? No, I am not. I'm not part of the team. Didn't get asked this time. I didn't get picked. No, we never do NXT pitches or predictions. The wider consensus of this very office that I work within is that they wouldn't get the views, but I strongly disagree. There's 617 people watching right now. It would get at least 617 views. That's basically why, though. If you don't see something on the channel, it's because we think it wouldn't get the views. Or they think. I would do it if I could. Absolute RK, thank you very much for the dollary do. Those are NXT plants. That's a very 2022 comment there from you. We don't have plants in the shed right now. They try and hijack the show with their own chants too much for that to be true these days. We all know that, don't we? Isn't it? I'd say in terms of wrestling offense, right? Just watching the Clash at the Castle advert here. That's your sync point there. Well, we've just seen Drew McIntyre. Hoy a chair. Throw a chair, sorry. Hoy means throw over here in Newcastle. Throw a chair at Xavier Woods. There's no better wrestling offense than a chair throwing. That's my humble opinion. Braun Strowman's got a good one. Drew McIntyre's got a good one. Let me know your favourite chair throw. It's a different kind of chair, but also JBL against Hornswoggle, or on Hornswoggle, at that WrestleMania 24, wasn't it, back in the day? The Alex Reeves, thank you very much. Yo, Ross, I'm sitting at the barricade at the Apex right now, ready for the show, by God. Alex Reeves is in the front row at the UFC shed, and he's watching the stream right now. Thank you very much, Alex Reeves. What can we get Alex Reeves to do? I'm assuming he won't have a sign. Honda Tweddell, working in 3 hours, but meh, who cares? 3 hours is enough to sleep. Have a can of Monster. Heart palpitations be damned. I am solo tonight. What can we get Alex Reeves? Thank you very much, Alex Reeves, for tuning in from the front row. He doesn't have a sign. What can we get you to do? Just to show that it's you. I'm going to take a suggestion from the chat. The Irish Viking, thank you very much. Best North American champion so far. My favourite, I don't know if it's the best, but my favourite's been Femi. The big matches he's had. Get his knob out, Emmett. Grow up, you silly boy. You silly boy. Do the Prince Nana dance. No, we can't cross over here. I'll tell you what, if you're game for Alex Reeves, I've just seen Riley Osborne's name in the chat there. Hey! Keep doing that every few seconds. It won't annoy anybody around you. Obviously, we'll all be okay. But if you just give us a quick, hey! Or do the... oh, God. Tongue-tied there. Do the Pachiti Guzzle, as Karma has called it in the chat there. Or as we like to call it, the Spunky Winky Dance. Can't say the C word on here. I thought it was a way rather than a hey! Although I could be Mandela effect in this special moment in NXT history 2 weeks ago. But there we go. Got someone on the front row watching live from the UFC shed. What's the setup like, Alex, if you're still in the chat? I'm intrigued. I think was it 1,100 it holds or something like that? Chance of Juicer Domino showing up tonight? 0. Viv says the arena is small. Emmett says looks not too much different from a Tuesday show. That's a bit of a shame. I thought the whole reason, I know it's cross promotion and whatnot. There's Glasgow on the screen right now. But I thought it was for a different vibe. Make the underground match seem a bit more undergroundish. Alex says it's filling up in here. Very little place inside. Space, sorry, not place. It's in such a random part of Vegas. It is a very industrial estate looking building. It doesn't look too far away from the main city. You are the most devious bastard in Las Vegas city. Oh, Kalani Jordynne. Yep, she doesn't sound convinced by her own words once again. I am so excited to be here in Las Vegas. Did anyone else get sort of politician-ish vibes from Kalani Jordynne's promo on NXT this week? Lani can do this. Lani can do that. Lani can do this. She's gone shopping as well. Does nobody care about this match? Oh my God, she saw a cute door and had to have a picture taken in front of it. Have you ever seen a door and said it was cute? I have not. It is not a baby. Babies are cute. What am I doing here? There you go. I have a chance to make history, and I truly believe that I will. The politician Kalani Jordynne speaks once again. Oh, we got a sneak peek of the gear. She's got Cody Rhodes-esque looking attire by the looks of things. She just sounds ironic. Like she's delivering a promo with a bit of satire when she doesn't mean to. That's my opinion. I might be wrong. Let me know in the comments how wrong I am. Fallon Henley did not arrive in Las Vegas via horse, which is a bit of a disgrace, really. Adam Zatori, $1.99. Thank you very much. There's a Roos loose about this hoose. Thank you very much. I like. There we go. Fallon Henley's training. Push-ups. Bicycle. No horse, though. We all know there's no greater thrill than riding a horse. She told us this a year or two ago. Is that having a shower or a bath in the hotel? Who's filming her? That's the question, though. Could it be Brooks Jensen? Imagine if Brooks Jensen interferes on behalf of Fallon. Fallon Henley. Absolute Arcade, thank you very much. Do steps count as chairs? No. Well, I guess you can sit on them. Yeah, why the hell not? Cena throwing the ring steps at Bray Wyatt rings a bell. Literally love your presenting. Keep up the good work. Thank you very much. Thank you very much indeed. I guess the ring steps could be a chair. You can sit on them. I'm not going to deny you. Brooks was at a random indie show yesterday. What was he doing? Which one? Well, I've missed this appearance from BJ. Oh, I've just done my predictions. Ladder match. Soul Rucker. North American title. Well, that's the North American title ladder match for the women. Soul Rucker. Oba Femi. Trick Willie. Lola Vice. Nathan and Axiom. I'm forgetting a match, aren't I? I always do this. I'm forgetting one match. Bloody hell. I can't bloody remember. I can't believe it. He didn't say what event and didn't recognize it. Very interesting. Local to Florida. Florida. Oh, of course. I think Jordynne Grace will get the job done. Yeah, we'll go Jordynne Grace. We've got all this. There's my predictions there. I can't stop thinking about TNA being taken over by NXT. Shocking. Shocking. M. Canime. Hopefully I've said that right. M. Canime. Thank you very much. Ross, while I was binge watching your WTF moments, thoughts with you at this testing time. At work, my headphones disconnected while you called us sexual wank pheasants. There's a throwback for you. I'll give that a like. What was the reaction around you when the term sexual wank pheasants was heard around the office? Here's the best general manager in the world ever. It's Ava. Historic is the perfect word. She's brilliant. History made. We're saying history a lot. It's the buzzword. It's a huge day. Did you know that if Ava wants to run for a certain office in the autumn, she will probably get it? That means she'll be president of the United States of America. Mary Bonner even better than Maven that one night. Ava, it's shoved down our throats every week that she's young and she's the best general manager in the history of the world ever. I remember when I announced the new Women's Championship. How Stephanie McMahon of you, Ava. Mind you, I don't know if anyone agreed with our analysis of this week's NXT. That was the weakest Ava's look so far in that main event segment with Trick Willie and Ethan Page. No, Ethan, I cannot possibly sign anybody to those demands. You've asked for too much there, Ethan. All he asked for was for a shot at the title. That's it. He didn't do a Mariah Carey that I saw on my Instagram reels the other day of her rider for a... Is it runner? Rider? Whatever the right word is. Her dressing room to be all white with kittens running around. He didn't ask for any about that. He just asked for a title shot, and she couldn't possibly sign him for that. Eliza, I hope I've got that right. Thank you very much. Flores. I've just said that like your middle name is. Thank you very much. Eliza Flores. Hopefully I've said that right. Will you be challenging for the Cultaholic Predictions title? Jin? What? Old Jericho enunciation? Will you be challenging for the Cultaholic Predictions title, eh? I don't know what that means. It's that gimmick infringement. I've got no idea, Eliza. Let me tell you, I am the current, I don't know if people watch the AEW streams, but I am the current AEW Predictions Champion. I took the title off Tom at Double or Nothing. So I am the champion. I should really have my belt here with me. It's over there. It's over there. All right. I see what you've done there. Again. That's a Jericho reference from back in the day. I should give it some bollocks, shouldn't I? Again! That's what Jericho used to do, wasn't it? But I am the AEW Predictions Champion. Tom had a hell of a run, but not that good, really. Not that good. Not like me back in 2021. Those were the days, taking down little Andrew Dingle. Or me in 2019. What a run I had then. I think that was the longest ever of all time. 2019 were the days. 5 years ago now. Can you believe it? 5 years. I tell you what, this interview with Ava's not been up to much. I am listening in the background. She's not said anything of note. Thank you, Alex the Luchador. My fashion game was on point. Rossi, drip, drip. Just copying the Young Bucks. That's all I did back then. But it's surprising what you could buy for very cheap on Boohoo. Boohoo! Right. April 2024. We're seeing the start of Trick's title reign when he beats the Mad Dragon, Ilya Dragunov. I should say as well, by the way, share this about with your friends, this stream. Bring them all in. The more the merrier. The more people watch, the more chance we get to do them. That's the sort of business world we're in, by God. By God. The little fit was my favorite. I thought I was going to get sued by little? Little by little. Little by little. Just because they shared it on their Instagram. And on their Twitter. And I thought, oh dear. They're going to come at me for parodying their logo with no permission. But nothing came of it. Nothing came of it. Big Bill owns the Elimination Chamber shirt from that run. What shirt was that? Let me know, Big Bill. I can't remember signing a few and sending him off to different people around the world. Was that the one with the smiley faces on? The blue one with the yellow smiley faces? I can't remember. Jordynne, thank you very much. I admit, Trick Williams versus Ethan Page was not on my bingo card for 2024. Same here. Absolute RK, welcome to being a subscriber. You too can be a subscriber by clicking buttons somewhere on the thingy. Yeah, they did a very good job of keeping the Ethan Page debut a surprise, which is rare in wrestling these days. It's almost as if those who work for AEW leaked stuff to the sheets on purpose. Dun-dun-dun. Because it has just been the more recent big debuts, if I'm not being wrong here, which I might be. It has just been WWE, like, re-debuts and debuts that have been kept a secret. AEW's always gets leaked, which tells me there's a big mole in the locker room. Mole, 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 mole. It's a very interesting one, this. Would they have Ethan Page come in like he has and lose his first match? Maybe Lash Legend distracts, not destroys, just distracts Trick Willie, and that's how Ethan Page gets the win. Because Trick did say to Lash, it's over. What we had is over. What we had is over. I saw this after the show. Big Oro Mensah attacking Ethan Page. Then he did the same at the airport or something yesterday. Shocking scenes. Shoot attacks everywhere from Oro Mensah of the Metaphor. Jericho is the mole. I can see that being the case. Jericho definitely speaks to Meltzer. Definitely. He's trying to get the hotel. Was it the hotel where Oro Mensah attacks, not Trick Willie, Ethan Page once again? On the hood of his rental car, by God. I hope it didn't scratch it. 5 minutes and 53 seconds to go until the main card starts. If you would like to sync up, I'll count down for 10 seconds so you can try and sync up. 44, 43, 42, 44. Oh my God. I can't even count. 37, 36, 35, 34, 33, 32, 31, and 5 minutes 30. That's how much we have left until the main card starts. Who is opening the main card? Has it been said on the Twitter machine? I've not had Twitter open today. I miss Trey Bearhill. He was a hill made of bears. And what more do you want from a professional wrestler? There's Alex Reeves' view from the front row. He's down. Is that the entrance aisle? It looks like the Women's North American title match is going to open the main card. Oh, bloody reflections. There you go. That's where Alex is. Where Alex will definitely, 100%. What did we ask him to do earlier? Oh, yes, the Riley Osborne. Hey! I'll give Alex Reeves a like. They're great seats. It looks like Eric from the Viking Raiders is at the front there. Look at that. Nice to see him again. It looks a bit smaller than the NXT shed in terms of sheer butts in seats, so to speak. Practice my numbers. If you missed it there, couldn't count down from basically 10 to 1. Oh, dear. It is smaller. It's got less actual seating. Alex Markey with the big scoops here. Hey! Fits about 800. See, if you told me that the NXT shed for 800, I'd say, wow, that doesn't look like 800 people. Oh, they've moved the countdown timer away from the screen. I don't know how long we have now until the main card. I will play the intro thingy so you can sync it good and proper if you would like to. If you don't, that's fair enough. I can see, by the way, we're on 307 likes and we've got 671 people watching. So like Spike, please. For the love of God. It's the best free way to support this bollocks. Tickle the algorithm's bollocks. Yeah, don't make me count to 800. I'll get to about 11 and then poop my pants. I know you swore there. Can't do that on YouTube. This isn't Twitch. Sexy Red is the special guest host at what she called NXT Battlegrounds. Makes you sick, doesn't it, as an NXT loyalist or a loyalist to any wrestling promotion when an outsider comes in and doesn't even get the names of the show right. Makes you sick, doesn't it? Makes you sick. The like button is hidden under chat. You what? You what? Move things around and please like the stream. Thank you very much. Larry Rabb, thank you for the $10 dues, and I believe that's your 10th super chat as well, so thank you very much. This is my first NXT PLE I have watched. I am hoping it is good. This is our third stream of the year. We had Stand and Deliver for WrestleMania weekend. We had Vengeance Day in terms of live streams, and with no irony attached to my voice, which I know that some people can't accept when I'm speaking about NXT. With no irony attached to my voice, they were both unbelievable shows. They both had matches, both times involving Femi in triple threat action, I believe, that stole the show by God. So you've got no worries, no qualms about this being a very good show. Anyone in the chat agree with my analysis there? Vengeance Day, Stand Deliver, just in terms of 2024. Alex Markey, thank you very much. Who do you want from the TNA crossover? That's all I need to do. Saw me the other day in the flesh for the first time in 5 years. 5 years. Yeah, Joe Hendry was in the office the other day. It was nice to see him again. Looks radiant, so he does, with his bleach blonde hair and his beautiful bronze skin. But yeah, Joe Hendry's the answer, isn't it? I think he might be there. I think he might be there. He's not there. He's wrestling somewhere else tonight, isn't he? But if they had any sense, they would bring him in. Matthew has just shared a meme with me this evening. Listeners to the Cultaholic Wrestling podcast. Hopefully you can read that. Oh, God. Bloody reflections. Anyway, Ross explaining a very deeply layered theory he has about an NXT storyline. And then a lady who's just not interested, who's Matthew in this situation. Matthew just wanted to go and play home and play Sonic. Never has there been a more accurate meme. He was. Joe Hendry was here. Tom did Joe's TNA foodie show. And I think, yeah, Joe did an interview for the podcast feed where they spoke about Drew McIntyre, Drew Galloway from back in the day. Right. I'll stick the microphone close to the laptop so hopefully you can hear it for a sync point. That's where we are. Together. That's where we are. Bomb, bomb, bomb. There you go. James Griffiths knows more about Cultaholic than I do. The interview with Hendry with Joe is out tomorrow. The interview with Henry Joe. Jesus Christ. I'm not awake at all. Anyway, Allegiant Stadium, where WrestleMania will be next year, is on the screen right now. Like Spike for the NXT Battlegrounds, as Sexy Red would call it. Puffed. Puffed. I tell you. Lots of MMA memorabilia at the UFC shed. A massive television at the UFC shed. I think we're starting thanks to the scoop from Alex, who was in the front row, who's going to give us a hey if he gets on screen. Here's Sexy Red in the ring. Will she get the name of the show correct or incorrect? Will Booker T be able to contain his composure? Or keep his composure even? Oh, she said Battleground. Progress has been made. Oh dear, she's twerking. Booker's sweating. She's doing the split. She's shagging the ring. What the hell happened there? She shagged the ring and that was it. Good evening, Kayla. I didn't see your message there, sorry. Well. I think Booker T might have just fainted. I would not be surprised if the show came on the air as we see the sexy boy himself, Chef Shawn Michaels. He's cooking, kids. Oh, dear. So it is just an empty room that they've put temporary seating in. So let's get the predictions locked in the chat. I'm going Sol Rucker. Who are you going for in the North American title ladle match? Solar Lash legend Machine. Oh, Machine getting a couple of shouts. Miss Parker getting a shout. She got Sol, but she's not a soldier, says James Griffiths. Parker, Sol, Lash, Parker, Fallon, Sol. You can't say that, Morbid Fade. She has a swollen coochie, not a smelly one. Oh, Jesus Christ. Right, yes. It's predominantly Sol, Machine, and Jada Parker. I'm seeing in the chat there. Fallon as well, getting a couple of shouts. Fallon Henley. Yeah, I'm gonna stick with Sol. Sol Snatcher of a shoot variety. They do well, these promo packages, don't they, the WWE? So do AEW. So does everybody. Nobody has bad promo packages these days, do they? At that sort of level. Up the video editors behind the scenes that never get a shout out. Oh yeah, Kayla just sent me a message there. She's going to bed. Anyone doing the Euros sticker album? Let me know on Twitter. I need 79, I think it is, to finish the book. It's been a very expensive month. Those Blair Davenport promo pack. I don't know what they're doing with Blair Davenport. But the person who was writing her scripts in NXT has also gone to the main roster with her. And has given a really weird dialogue. Like she's speaking. She's a human embodiment of a school textbook, if that makes sense. She doesn't speak like a human. She speaks like a textbook at school. Dailu Sutherland, thank you very much. How many shoot moves are we seeing today, Ross? I will go for a solid. Bearing in mind there's a ladder match. Bearing in mind there's Shayna versus Lola in Raw Underground. I am going to go for a solid 62 shoot maneuvers throughout the next few hours of NXT, in the words of Sexy Red once again. Battlegrounds! It is Doomshire. I'm riding solo like Jason Derulo. Derulo? Booker T's there. Probably covered in Terry spunk after what Sexy Red did to that ring mat. The dirty old man. How many shoot maneuvers do we think there'll be in the chat? 62 says... Oh, that's my answer, 62. Lee Roll says 69. There is the North American Women's title. A beautiful title belt. I do like the white strap. Alex Markey says 71. Emmett says 11, but he's just being a contrarian. Here is Sol Ruka. First out the gates because she's going to win. She's going to win. She needs to win. She's even got the golden attire on because she knows she's going to take home the gold. Like Spike for the Sol Snatch. If you haven't liked the stream already, please do. We're nearing on 400. Thank you very much indeed. Jimmy Marquez being very, 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 very enthusiastic with a 420 shout there for shoot maneuvers. I'm not going to keep count, by the way. That's too much admin for me. Remember to keep your eyes during the entrances. If you're looking at up the ramp towards the entranceway, on the left-hand side, then you'll see Alex, who's been watching the live stream, live from the Apex, maybe giving you a hey! God, Booker T's going to faint now. Jada Parker's coming out. I hope that fan who actually fainted during NXT this week is okay watching the show tonight. Jada was trying to tag herself in. Her arse was in the air. And Machine smacked the arse, which caused a fan in the crowd to faint. She has got that Kavorka, though, as Jada Parker. I enjoy her promos. Oh, yes, man. Booker T hasn't mentioned Biscotti yet as far as I could hear, which is a record when Jada Parker is on screen. Machine now walking down to the ring. Woo! Ross, I've sent myself a super chat. Thank you very much, Ross. So Taylor Swift are now watching the best brand in sports entertainment with a fellow Ross. If Carlsberg did weekends, etc., then this would be that weekend. I saw the scenes in Edinburgh for Taylor Swift. She brought the city to a standstill. Uh-huh. That's Machine Man. Here's that bitch Fallon Henley. She's a heel. What the heck? She's killed a cow and is wearing the full cow skin as a coat. That's how you know she's now a heelish cowgirl and not a babyface one who enjoys nothing more than the thrill of riding a horse. Didn't she say... Oh, my mind's gone blank now. That's a full cow used on that attire. She does need a new theme, though, because everything's not going to be all right now. Everything's going to be terrible because she's a heel. Didn't she say that there was... It was something to do with alcohol. Alcohol and the thrill of riding a horse. Yes, you can drink alcohol or something, but there's no better thrill than riding a horse. I can't remember what the full quote was now. Cow skin belt strap. Matt Owen, she needs to win this match just so that can happen. Fake cow skin, obviously. Obviously. Lash Legend looking like the Statue of Liberty in her green section of the metaphor entranceway. I think she's maybe the second favourite to win the match, in my opinion. Yeah, don't drink and ride horses, kids. Thank you very much for the reminder in the chat there. If you do drink alcohol, you can just stand next to the horse and lead it along with its little lead. Nothing more than that, though. So, favourite for the match, in my opinion, not in terms of my favourite, but the favourite to win the match. Sol, Lash, Jada Parker, Fallon, and I think Kalani and Machine are at the bottom there. What if I'm sober if the horse has been drinking? Well, that would appear that you're in the popular cartoon series, BoJack Horseman. It is quite Cody Rhodes from Kalani Jordynne. She gave us a little teaser of her attire earlier on. There she is, the President of the United States, Kalani Jordynne. Her new gimmick, as she cuts her promos like she's delivering a manifesto. Adam Cole getting a mention just there on the old commentary from Vic. I guess you've got to mention Adam Cole in terms of the North American title. The belt looks high. That's going to be a big ladder. Yeah, it's an alright little setup, and it's definitely smaller than the shed, I'd say. Maybe. Yeah, I think it is smaller than the shed. Lash going for the shoot pickup straight away. She is a strong lady. Knee. 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 Backbreaker. Oh, God. Jada Parker's arse is on the announce table. Booker T is about to faint. Oh, she ran into Booker. What's he doing? Booker T's just sort of like, oh, my God, man. Hope her ankle's okay. I missed that one. Whose ankle? Miss Parker? Jonathan Reyes, thank you very much. I regret not saying this before Jordynne came to NXT, but I had a theory that Jinder is planted by WWE and TNA to build him back up to WWE like Cody. That is a big theory. That's a bigger theory than Austin Theory, who's a big muscly boy. I can't say that. Oh, I think the Jinder ship is sailed, you know. I don't know what it is about Jinder, but you'll always like Drew McIntyre was able to get rid of the 3MB stigma relatively easy. But I don't know what it is about Jinder, but he'll always have it for me. Is that unfair? I don't know. Double shoot drop kick from Kalani and Sol to Fallon, who was holding the ladder. Booker and Vic arguing already. Lovely twisting plancha thingy from Kalani Jordynne. Sol Ruka taking the piss with an arse. A flipping arse. What? Shoot 619 round. I need to stop saying shoot. Otherwise, we're going to have the quota filled up already. After match 1. Oh, dear. That was a huge shot with the ladder from Fallon. The lasses have got their working boots on this evening. Go on, do a Terry Funk, Lash. Do a Terry Funk. Kalani with the shoot splits. Drop kick. Lash into the corner. It's easy to forget that this is the developmental brand sometimes, isn't it? The moves these wrestlers do. Oh, what the hell's happening here? Lash is caught in the corner. Kalani Jordynne on a ladder bridge in front of her. Machine with a shoot slap. Oh, dear. What are they going for here? Oh, my God. Machine's deceased. Machine's dead. German suplex where she's dropped right on the back of her head. Slap to the tits from Fallon Henley. There's a few empty seats, isn't there? I am perturbed by the empty seats, let me tell you. It gives the naysayers of NXT fuel. And I don't like that. Pulled off the ladders, Fallon. Set into the ladder. They've now set up the ladder. Solrook is going to do a maneuver here. To Kalani Jordynne on the bridge in the corner. Nope, Kalani's moved. Sol has flown. What is going... Jordan's arse. There you go. Not Jordan's arse. Jaden's arse. Jada Parker with the arse assault in the corner. I guess you could say that Fallon is moving up the ladder. I like the wordplay. I like the wordplay a lot. Big German from Machine. Imagine if the match has ended now. With Mitchin just getting the win. Mitch win. Lash. Big forearm. She has been on a good run of form recently, Lash Legend. Very much improved. She's in the running, I would say, for a half-year Cultaholic award in terms of most improved. Displayed on that night where we had the impromptu match where Roxanne Perez was in the shower and Lash Legend answered the call because of the injury to Shotzi, wasn't it? If memory serves. Hopefully I've got that right. Lash has got fingertips on it. You can go up another step, Lash. What are you doing? Whoa! Don't do that. Oh, dear. I don't like Machine's chances here. There's a ladder in the corner. It looked like she was going to go for a German suplex there, which would have hurt very much, no doubt. Fallon. We've got a human centipede of a sleeper hold maneuver here. Lash Legend with a sleeper hold on Machine. Fallon Henley with a sleeper hold on Lash. Kalani Jordan with a sleeper hold on Fallon. I don't know why I keep saying Fallon with a French accent. She's not French. She's a rootin' tootin' cowgirl. Chris Warner, the half-year Culties are getting shot in 2 weeks' time. So I think it'll be the week beginning the 24th, I think. What on earth is happening here? Kalani Jordan's on top of the ladder. She's climbed up the back of other ladies. She has fingertips on the belt. I'll tell you one thing I learned from my WCPW exploits. Is that how unsteady ladders are in professional wrestling rings. It doesn't get picked up on TV. What the hell are they doing here? Kalani Jordan is getting stretched across the back of the ladder in, might I say, a shoot fashion. A shoot fashion. Settle down, King John. Whoop! Lash Legend going for a powerbomb. Hurricane Rana, kind of. Head scissors over the top rope from Kalani Jordan. Two favourites on the ladder there with Sol and Jada. Ow! Chop. Jada Parker's getting very good. Based on what we've seen so far, she's all had the promos, but she's also getting that tight wrestling in the ring as well. She's like a modern-day Sheamus. That makes no sense, because Sheamus is still wrestling. You know what I'm saying, though. Kalani takes a big head bump on a ladder in a corner. The field is clear for Fallon to climb the ladder. Oh no, Jada Parker's back in there. This is a breathless affair. Typical NXT, you want to say takeover, but it's not still a takeover, is it? Just a premium live event. The most premium live events. As we now have Jordynne, Fallon, Sol, Jada, top of the ladders. Machine kicked away. Lash Legend loitering in the background. Lash pulls off. Kalani off the ladder, sorry. Bazinga. And Fallon sent into the ladder. Lash now on her own. But Jada Parker has positioned herself below the ladder. What is the reason for this? Sol just doing that. Like Ryan Dunn in Jackass 1. Ugh. That was me doing an impersonation of Ryan Dunn's striking ability. What we're doing here. Someone's getting superplexed by the looks of things. No. Sunset bomb. Go for the title, Sol. What you doing? Oh, these wrestlers. Sol Rucker could have the title there if she wanted it. These bloody wrestlers, eh? Bloody hell. What the hell is happening here? It's like a five-way press on Lash Legend. Oh, my days. That is a horrible bump for Lash Legend. Five-way press from the ring to the apron ladder bridge. The ladder didn't break. Holy poo indeed. The tens and tens of NXT fans in the UFC shed going mad for a horrible bump for Lash Legend. Jonathan Reyes says he hopes this arena is on the next 2K game. No doubt someone's made it already. And who do we have here? Iran841, thank you very much for being a member as well. Good to see the old King Ross back on a stream. AJ has a debut tonight. You can break the news early. I won't snitch. Adam's had COVID all week. Shoot COVID. Yes, he's been a bit unwell. So he won't be NXT tonight, Adam. I can clarify that now. Machine's right on the top. Where's she going? Woo! Big bump for Machine on the top rope. Belly first. Excuse me. I don't know how these wrestlers do it. She just stood on top of that ladder and just went, whee! See you later. As it toppled. Parker is alone. Sol is down. This could be it. It won't be it. Whoop. Machine somehow back up straight away from a belly first bump off the top of the ladder, the very top of the ladder, to the top rope. Sol Chopalicious. Sol Snatcher. What a maneuver. The heir apparent to the RKO. Sol Snatcher. Sol Snatcher. Jesus Christ. She used the ladder there as well, by the way, if you're not watching this. Unbelievable scenes. Unbelievable scenes. Kalani now and Sol. Top of the ladder. Machine cannot pull Kalani Jordynne off the ladder. Shoot kicks at the same time. Both ladies fall, and now Machine has got a clear pathway to the top of the ladder. Oh no, Sol's back up straight away. She's like Stretch Armstrong. Big knee from Kalani. Machine literally walking halfway across the ring to fall down conveniently on a ladder bridge. So we can have like a lion salt maneuver off the top. Sorry, a split leg moonsault off the top, like an RVD maneuver. I think they calls it one of a kind, doesn't she? No! The politicians won! I did not see that coming. Oh, I tell you, fantastic wrestler, but it's been the promos recently that have really like sort of dampened my look on Kalani Jordynne. As a wrestler, fantastic, but as a promo, she's terrible. Lani will do it. Like Rishi Sunak will make the children of tomorrow be in the army. Lani will do it. That's how she talks. R.I.P. cow skin belt indeed. Well, I didn't see that coming. I'm 0 for 1 in terms of predictions. I went for Sol Rucker. All the ladies had their moments of the match. I think woman of the match would have to be Machine for the bump she was taking. Lash Legend taking a horrible bump from a 5-way press out of the ring through a ladder bridge on the floor. But Machine took a couple of big ones. The one-of-a-kind moonsault, the split-leg moonsault that Kalani does at the end there. But I didn't see that coming. Rob Durthy in the chat there saying that finish felt abrupt. I like that, though. A criticism that myself and Jack have had on these live streams, the last two that we've done, that some of the matches go on a bit too long, a bit too many false finishes. So the fact this ladder match finished, and I might use the cushion's come alive. In a shoot fashion. I think it's quite good. Not the champion I would have picked, but no doubt she will defend the title with honor and distinction. And also wrestle really well. But the promos need good work. Machine with the, you got me, kid. You got me. You got me, kid. I'll get you next time. Yeah, I thought Lash was second favourite to win the match. Sol was my favourite to win the match. It is unpredictable. You never know what's going to happen in NXT. We've got over 900 people watching now. Thank you very much, everybody. If you haven't liked the stream yet, please do. We're closing in on 500 likes. I want to get to 1,000 by the end of the night. That's the goal. So if you haven't liked the stream already, please do. And tickle that algorithm bollocks. Woo! Really solid ladder match. Louis, who just got in from work. Not the best, not the worst, but really solid. As we said there, finished, it felt abruptly, but that's not a bad thing. That's not a bad thing at all. We're on 469. Let's go. Nice. 920 people watching. Thank you very much indeed for watching the stream. Malicious. Like, Spike, indeed. Devil Kazuya. Oh, I said that right. Thank you very much. How does it feel being a day one NXT fan? It feels, in the words of Captain Raymond Holt, and I'll move away from the microphone for this, vindication! Because now people are coming to the party, aren't they? Who haven't been here since the halcyon days of NXT 2.0. Oh, what we're getting here? We're getting a top 10 countdown in the middle of a PLE. What's this bollocks? If I wanted to see this, I'd watch YouTube, you knobheads. We're watching the 10 craziest announcer reactions of the year so far. Number 10 is Pat McAfee Yeats. Number 9. Pat McAfee calls Dom Mysterio a dude wipe. How crazy! Oh! He's an orator. There you go, Michael. Michael Cole losing his bollocks for Randy Orton, Arco, and Logan Paul inside Elimination Chamber. The Rock disses Utah. Corey Graves and Wade Barrett marking out brothers. At The Rock doing some classic Rock shtick. I mean, it's just a nice little laugh, isn't it? I wouldn't call it the 7th craziest reaction of the year so far. It does piss you off, though, watching these shows in this new era of WWE. Matches could be longer, couldn't they? Entrances could be longer, but we've got to sit through crap like this. There you go, though. Snoop Dogg was good for the call at WrestleMania. He was off his lips, and it was fantastic. Sheamus bum rushes McAfee and Cole. Bum rushes. Stinky ass. Stinky trash. Michael Cole getting all the insults from Pat McAfee and R-Truth right now. We're down to number 3, everybody. Not long to go. Not long to go. Call the police indeed for stealing our premium live event here. Roman Reigns spears The Rock. All 3 announcers who presumably weren't told what was going to happen, which is the best way for announcers to be, in my opinion. Jim Ross used to love that, didn't he, back in the day? I never want to know what the finish was, back out. Did I just burp in the microphone there? Very sorry. Hello, Cum Dragon. Or Curmudgeon, as they're known on Instagram. But I was on the podcast one day without my glasses and thought it legitimately said Cum Dragon when it said Curmudgeon. So number 1, Drew McIntyre aims for Pat McAfee with his microphone. Pat's on the announce table like a scared cat. Now he's yeeting. Drew McIntyre's... I can't remember this happening this year. God, there we go. A top 10 list in the middle of a PLE. Really premium. Really premium. Ugh. Corporate bollocks ruining the wrestling. I'd agree that is a WTF moment. That was 10 crazy moments. Can't believe they all happened, but they did. Now we get an advert for Fanatics Fest in New York City. You are the most devious bastard in New York City. August 16th to the 18th at the Javits Center NYC. Me glasses aren't here once again. Come on, let's get some wrestling. We know we're in Las Vegas. Oh. We're getting a recap from NXT. We've all seen this. We know what's happened. Have we all seen this? Am I alone here? Kyle Salas in the chat there saying apparently Gail Kim is there. TNA being represented behind the scenes, it would say. It would seem, sorry. I have been to Las Vegas. I've been once in 2019 for StarCast. We had a podcast live at StarCast. Did a few interviews with wrestlers that got rightfully cancelled in 2020, which had to be taken down. If you know at the time you saw them, you know who they were. Got to go to Double or Nothing. Got married, of course. Thank you for reminding me. Got married to Sam. Messy divorce. Ethan Page now walking through the backstage area at the UFC shed looking like $1 million. $1 million. God, they give you plenty of chance to go for a piss, don't they? These newfangled PLEs. Oh my God, we're watching Shayna Baszler warm up now with Jamahal Hill. I know nothing about MMA. Nothing at all. Although saying that, this is gonna be sacrilege for a portion of the audience watching. What's happening now? Gallows Madison versus Axiom and Nathan is up next. I was watching Eddie Hall. I've seen the highlight of Eddie Hall, strongest man Eddie Hall, fighting those two smaller men. And Eddie Hall does a shoot power bomb and then knocks the guy out. That's an MMA, a form of MMA I could get into. I don't know if anyone else watching the stream today has seen that clip. But if you haven't, just Twitter search, x.com search, Eddie Hall, MMA, whatever. You'll see it. Unbelievable. Shoot powerbomb. The guy gets right back. Eddie Hall's fighting two guys at the same time. For some reason. And he shoot powerbomb. Right hand to knock him out. Fantastic. Fantastic. Right then. Less about that. As good as it was. Who we're predicting for this match? I'm going to go for the champions to retain. Gallows and Anderson look fantastic in their black and white attire. Up the tune! But they don't look too happy, which tells me they're losing. But also they should lose as well. Never slow down. I'm Nathan Frazer, and I can't slow down because I'm always off my tits on cocaine. He's not. He's just a very good wrestler. Look at him go. You can't contain him. It's a shame the Nathan Frazer gimmick of him saying something, then the person he's speaking about being behind them and him going, "Oh no, I can't believe I've done this. I've got us in such a pickle, Axiom. I can't believe it." Feels like they could go further with that gimmick if they wanted to. Axiom is no longer a nerd mathematician. A mathematician come superhero. He is now just straight up superhero as far as we know. His passion for maths is gone. I just burped in the microphone again. I need to stop drinking Iron Brew on stream. Iron Brew. I straight vodka instead. Oh, what are you drinking around the world this evening? Let me know in the chat, Alicious. No title changes tonight. I'm going for Jordynne Grace to get a win. And I can really see Ethan Page getting a win as well. I really can. Lemon squash. Drinking wine up the water. Vodka with Crystal Light. Never had Crystal Light when I've been to America. What is Crystal Light? Homemade root beer, cherryade. What a chop from Carl Anderson. Ross, thanks once again for the chat-alicious. Apparently Nathan used to play football. Do you reckon he could have made it to the EPL? I will give that a like, Ross, because it's a reference to NXT canon. Nathan Frazer, his debut promo package is part of the promotion. Well, I could have made it to the EPL if I wanted to. Well, we saw footage of him playing Sunday morning football for the Dog and Duck. Look at him go, though. He is good at wrestling. Big kick and a kind of Russian leg sweep maybe at the same time. I couldn't tell you that they moved too quick for me. Australian Coffey. Coffey with monster chases. Do you want a heart attack, Paul Abbott? Jesus. Jesus. He's taking Bron Breaker's gimmick. No one can run the ropes like Bron Breakker. No one can run the ropes like Bron Breakker. Headlock from Anderson. Hidden tag from Nathan Frazer. Dive, duck, dip, dive, and dodge. Drop kicks by the champions. I tell you, all credit to Axiom for surviving his days as a mathematician. Come superhero, just to become a really good wrestler. That's his gimmick. Really good masked wrestler who some people like to make the quip, the joke, that he was also a man called A-Kid once upon a time, but where's that guy now? That's A-Kid under the mask, if you're not aware, by the way. Former NXT UK superstar. A-Kid. Those empty chairs. What a disgrace. Move the people around, NXT. Come on. Nathan's starting to take the piss now. A downward spiral kind of maneuver, to Carl Anderson in the corner. Axiom with a big splash. Jordynne, thank you very much once again. Oh, Carl has stopped Axiom in his mathematician tracks. Didn't get his angles right there. Pythagoras' theorem, other things in maths. I think the NXT tag team titles have been the most solid and consistently booked tag titles over the last 10 years. Take that hot take to the bank, baby. I'm trying to cast my mind back now. Off the top of my head, has there been one too many sort of makeshift tag teams brought together to be NXT tag team champions for that to be true? Is that a valid point I've made, or is it a load of bollocks? Just spitballing, off the top of my head. Trying to play devil's advocate. Gallows now on the long beatdown. Hasn't he done well? The big old carny. Matt Owen, I agree. I would like to see Luke Gallows sprint the ropes now as well. No doubt he can go 25 miles an hour compared to Bron Breakker's 23 miles an hour. I like Luke Gallows, though. He seems like a lad who would be nice to have a little pint with. The stories he would tell, the laughs that would be had. And I like the fact that him and Anderson have made as much money as they have without ever really being featured. Apart from, 2016 sort of time, 2017. Lab Glass, thank you very much. They could have sold out a better arena. They could have. Why is the attendance so low? I thought Vegas would be heaving at this time of year. That's the 20th super chat as well from Lab Glass there, so thank you very much for your historical contributions to this bollocks, Lab Glass. Tickets were ridiculous. Anyone know the ticket prices? More expensive than Clash. Now, I looked at the Clash at the Castle tickets, and I almost threw up. The fact they ran that arena, whatever it's called, the old Hydro, when they could have easily sold out Hampden if they wanted to. I know they maybe couldn't. I think someone told me a few weeks ago that they're holding like Euros viewing parties at Hampden Park, which means they couldn't have had it there. But they could, surely Celtic Park or Ibrox or something like that, you know? Still getting 40, 50,000 in both of those places, which would bring the ticket prices down. But it's an absolute disgrace that wrestling's not available to everybody. You know, we don't get much in terms of live WWE stuff over here in the UK. So when they come, you want to go. And the fact they've priced, I don't know, 75, 80% of wrestling fans out of these shows, I think is a disgrace. Corporate greedy bollocks. Shoot drop kick by Nathan Frazer. I mean, when I took Kayla to the first Clash at the Castle, I had to put that on the black card. Jesus Christ. My hamstrings were sore for months after that. The amount I had to pay for a couple of tickets. And a hotel on top of that, and then petrol down there. Disgusting. Yo, nearly a 3 count there from Frazer on Carl Anderson. The cheapest Heatwave tickets are $47.50. The cheapest. Bloody hell. Frazer now going for a Phoenix Splash. Lands it on his feet like Rollins always does. Apart from that one time. TKO. From Carl Anderson. Gallows with a big splash in the middle. Are they going for the Magic Killer? No, they're not. They're going for some kind of Dudley-esque death drop. The backwards version. Alex Markey paid £330 each for 2 tickets for Money in the Bank. That's what I mean. It's an outrage. An absolute outrage. I mean, if you can afford it, fair enough. I just think when we're starved as we are over here, they should be allowing as many people to have access to the tickets as possible. That's just my opinion. And getting to the bigger arenas, that's what does that. I can't remember. Ben told me how much he paid for a all-in ticket last year because he was right at the top. Ben Potter of Triple Jump on the YouTube. And I was shocked at how low it was. Was it 20-something pound to be in a big show like that? That's what it should be. Miguel Santiago, thank you very much. Good brothers win or we riot. Let me know in the chat if you agree with Miguel's take there. I won't be too arsed, to be honest. I'm not going to riot if the Good brothers don't win. I'm going to All In as a fan. Got my tickets booked already. But even that was in place of a holiday. This year. Not a cheap ticket for that one. But we got, just for peace of mind, we got one of the travel packages this year. Because we found trying to get a hook, because we want to avoid the undergrounds as much as possible. Which is a decision that was proven correct last year when Matthew was one of the people who was stuck after the show, not able to get an underground train. He had to go and get the night bus through London on his own. Bless him. So yeah, we wanted to get a hotel package this year, but even that was like, what was it, like about 300 and something pound each for a ticket to the show and a hotel. My God! Oh, Nathan was a little bit late there with the kick-out breakup, ting, but he got there just about in the end. Good spot there. Good spot. Yeah, it worked out a little bit more expensive than what we actually paid last year for a ticket and the hotel. But it's just a peace of mind, isn't it? We've got our tickets and we've got our hotel sorted. It's all fine. Inside cradle from Axiom, kick out from Carl. It's been a decent little match this for the Good Brothers. Got their working boots on today, which isn't always the case, and who can blame them? Work smarter, not harder, kids. No matter what you're doing. Goozled chokeslam on the apron. Hiya kick from Carl. I love it when Carl Anderson does that. Hiya! Oh, that's heartbreaking. DJ858 or DJB, sorry. That's a TKO off the middle rope there from Carl Anderson. Axiom kicks out. That could have been the end. That's basically a magic killer, is it not? Kind of. Other way around, you know what I mean? You know what I mean? Dilute Sutherland, the cheapest ticket currently for Clash is £303.50. Is that right at the back? Axiom wriggles free on the ropes. Carl is perched on the top turnbuckle. Gallows out the ring. They're going to do some kind of tag team maneuver now to Gallows. Anderson. Nathan's overshot the dive kind of, but he got enough contact. He's a crazy man. Oh, here we go. This could be the finish. Spanish fly from Axiom. Yep. Drags him to the corner where Nathan is. Phoenix splash. Maybe. Yep. Oh. Got enough of it. That should be it. Champions retain. Ross is 1 for 1 with predictions this evening. That's a good point there as well from Xander Macho. You have got the breaks as well when it comes to WWE shows. So when you go to it live, you are paying for the breaks as well to sit there and watch the adverts. Getting less bang for your already expensive buck. I don't think because I went to Money in the Bank live for work last year, and I don't think we had them then. I remember a couple, but I don't remember all that many adverts taking up the night. They've certainly got a lot worse since then. Saying that, we're about to have one now. Decent match. It's been a decent start of the pay-per-view. Decent ladder match for the North American title, the women's North American title, and a decent tag team match. That felt a bit like a TV tag team match for me, if I'm being harsh. If I'm being sincere about the NXT. Surely the Gallus boys will be getting a shot next for the tag titles. You just think. Gallus boys. Oh, what's this? JB. Is he going to stand really close to the wall to look at his projector again? And not possibly see the pictures the projector is showing? Look, he's right next to the wall. What's he looking at there? He's got to find who he is, you see. But I think, look at how close he's standing to the wall. What can he possibly see? Shocking. Anyway, I reckon Sean Spears. Jesus Christ almighty, Sean Spears. To give him his new gimmick name from NXT. Only saying that merely because he corrected Josh by saying, no, Josh, you are Joshua. You are a son who needs guidance. And all that sort of stuff. Jesus Christ, Sean Spears. Surely Sean Spears is going to guide Josh Briggs to be a main event boy in NXT. Because he is good, JB, I think. He is good. A very good actor. He was very convincing in those segments when BJ was a virgin in peril. Do you remember those days in NXT where Kiana James was clearly whizzle-wazzling BJ? Brooks Jensen. And JB was the concerned best friend. And here we go. This is what we're talking about. The one-note crappy NXT gimmick. Carly Bright. Normally, I like to count 5, 6, 7, 8. But the only counts I like to do these days is 1, 2, 3. Ha ha! I'm a cheerleader come wrestler. This is what we're talking about. This is NXT. I doubt BJ is still a virgin. Come on now. That's crazy, that. Performing the cheerleadings in front of 70, 80, 90,000 people, and now she go to a show like tonight with less than 800. What have they done to NXT taking to this UFC shed? Oh, I've just remembered what the closing line of this promo is. It was painful. Oh, well, it wasn't that bad, really. NXT's Ray of Sunshine has arrived. I remember cringing my bollocks off when I first saw that. Now we're seeing highlights of Dante Chen and Lexis King's rivalry. I'm surprised that wasn't like a kick-off show match this evening. The blow-off of their little feud. Dante Chen, one of the real ones of NXT, by the way. Adam told me a trick of when we used to get verified through merit and sheer superstar appeal, when you couldn't buy it. I got verified somehow back in the day. And Adam was like, you should unfollow all the wrestlers and then follow them again a few days later and see who follows you back merely for the blue tick. And Dante Chen was whizzle-wazzled. He loves a blue tick, does Dante Chen. But he has been he's very likeable, Dante Chen. Haven't seen too much of him, obviously, on NXT, the weekly show. He's been more of a level-up man. And he's hungry for another. And another. And another. But you'd assume he's going to have one more match with Lexis King, the way that their feud has been set up. Jesus Christ, another advert. Come on, we don't need some... Oh. This obviously changes depending on what kind of peacock or whatever you're watching the network on. What are you seeing right now? Are you seeing this SummerSlam advert like I am over here in the UK? Oh, the WWE Network. It hasn't changed over here quite just yet. Alex Reeves live from the crowd. I don't know if it's coming across because I'm seeing tweets saying the crowd is dead, but it is very loud in here. It might be miking issues going on. It does seem very quiet, Alex. Thank you for tuning in live from the Apex. USA here. Yep, everyone's seen the same thing, are they? Fair enough. I saw a comment earlier. I forget who it was from, saying they were seeing something different to what I'm seeing right now. That's on my birthday in 2026. August the 2nd. Happy birthday. Happy birthday, Ross. Cheers, Ross. No problem, Ross. I don't know how I feel about the two-night SummerSlam thing, just because, you know, WrestleMania being the only two-night show of the year makes it feel extra special because it's WrestleMania. Does it cheapen that somewhat? Will we have all forgotten about the two-night thing between April and August? Probably. Probably. But as Matthew, I think, said on the podcast, I'd much prefer 2 3-hour shows than 1 4, 5, 6-hour show. Much prefer that way of living. I don't miss 2019 WWE pay-per-views. They were a joke. A joke, let me tell you. Are we getting the NXT Women's Championship match now? We're looking at Roxanne walking again, as she did a long time ago. Imagine a 2-day Rumble, 1 Rumble per day. Ooh, ooh, ooh. Jordynne Grace walking in like she did about 90 minutes ago, if not longer. What's happening now? Oh, it's Underground time. Let's go to the Underground. Like Spike for the Underground. We made it to 500. Thank you very much, everybody. But the goal is 1,000 likes before the stream comes to an end. We're halfway there. Whoa-ho! Jeremy Aliadier. If you're a fan of the Barclays Premier League from the mid-noughties, you know what I mean. If you're not, oh well. Right, Lola Vice will win this match, in my humble opinion. Jonathan Reyes says Jordynne has just been walking. Jordynne Grace has just been walking through the arena. But it is now time for the story of the arse shaking. Lola Vice, inspired by Shayna Baszler to get involved in professional wrestling, saw as a hero and whatnot. Then Shayna and Lola become a kind of partnership in NXT. Lola shakes her ass when she should be fighting. Shayna, does not like the arse shaking. So now they're going to wrestle in the Underground. Wayne Wheeler can't believe I'm betting against Shayna Baszler. It's the right thing to do, isn't it? The new up-and-coming person who's got a fair bit of popularity behind her for one reason or t'other. Booker T's got one reason, the rest of us like the kicks. And the Hurricanes. So let's get predictions locked in then. I've seen a couple of people say Shayna, Owen Musselwhite. Wayne Wheeler obviously going for Shayna Baszler. I'm going for Lola Vice. Shayna or Lola? Lock your predictions in now. It is a truly classic story being told. Are you a Latina who can't stop shaking her ass? Lola Vice is a Latina who can't stop shaking her ass. She told us this, right? Lola to win. Shayna O'Mac returns and wins. Oh, don't you even dare. Don't you dare. Shayna, Lola. Shayna. It's quite split. More Shayna, I'd say, though. Lola. If Omos isn't there to ensure nobody gets in who isn't invited, this isn't the real deal, Andy Springer. I fully agree. Lola win with the help of Shane McMahon. That's the second Shane McMahon shout so far. Lola, Shayna, Lola. The ref wins. Lola with interference from Ronda. Joey Greensacks. Go and wash your fingers after typing that. Lola wins by ass, says Dailu. Lola, couple of peachy emojis. Obviously in reference to Shayna Baszler. Lola Vice. Lola. Pretty split. Cheers for letting me know, Emmett, that Lola is on your biscotti list. Jimmy Marquez, I don't know. Anyone else can verify that in the Chatterlicious? Is Shayna Baszler undefeated in the underground? You could see it being a thing with her fighting prowess and whatnot. Shayna wins and twerks in celebration. That would be good, Kavorka. Bitch! You bitch! You don't stop me shaking my ass, you bitch! Josh Barnett, the biological father of Shayna Baszler, of course. Predicting Shayna to win. Hannah Goldie? I know nothing about MMA. Obviously heard of Josh Barnett through his Bloodsport and New Japan exploits. Shayna is undefeated underground, underwater, and undercover. Fair enough. I think that's how it'll end, won't it? The story that's been told. Lola will get to dance all up on and within and all over Shayna Baszler. Khalil Roundtree Jr., number 8 in the UFC light heavyweight division, is in the front row. And so is a man who's girding like he's on cowies. It's Brandon Moreno. I know nothing about MMA. I'm a fish up a tree right now. Big fan of Rey Mysterio, though. Here comes Shayna. I do like Shayna Baszler. It's a shame she never reached that high on the main roster for me. I feel like that moment's probably past now for her. Bless her. Shayna, bless her. They were doing it right in 2019. Was it 2019 or 2020? 2020 it was, I think. When she was... They did it right with the Elimination Chamber. And then she became a vampire. That's what my mind is saying. I might be wrong with my timeline there. Excuse me. Roman Warrior, thank you very much for the Tipalicious. Love your commentary and chatter. Thank God for that. If you didn't, that must be pain. Pain for your ears and pain for your head. Shayna has preemptively got blood on her attire already. Which tells me that we're probably not going to get blood right now. Lola Vice wearing a UFC gown. Is that the right word? Entrance dressing gown. She's got her hair tied up like a fighting lady, though. No flowing locks, blowing in the wind. As a very enthusiastic man at ringside claps her on in a very enthusiastic manner. I've got such an itchy nose. Itchy nose. Oh, I tell you what, Malik Black in the chat there saying I enjoyed Shayna and Nia as a tag team. They were on every show, weren't they? Bless them. It wasn't their fault. They were just overexposed and then some. I'd like to see that tag team again now with Nia being... I know she fell over a couple of times on SmackDown on Friday, but Nia being very, very, very improved in the ring, in my opinion. So yeah, knockout and submission, the only way to win. We have the zombie referee from the old thingy-me-do years ago, the Halloween thingy. I've forgotten the name of it. My God. These look like a couple of bad bitches, I think they would call them in the trade. Ready to whoop some ass. I hope they changed the lighting because that's very dim. There you go. Oh, it's even dimmer now. I can't see. I need to put the brightness up on the laptop. That's better. It's very dark, but I guess we are underground. Shoot takedown from Shayna. And she's hitting her like an MMA lady. Yeah! Lola gets out. I guess that Shaina is the de facto babyface in this matchup here. Just off the crowd reaction more than anything else. Who's that surround the ring? It will be the stars of tomorrow. Take pictures of these very enthusiastic, ever so slightly annoying people around the ring, because they will be who you'll be watching on NXT in a year's time, 18 months' time. You go back to the early days of 2.0, the late days of Black and Gold, and seeing Come Tuesday and the myriad of things they had him doing back then. It's emotional to go back and look at those pictures to see how far the guy came, literally and metaphorically there, in terms of prowess inside the ring. You've been tapered! I miss those days. Whoa! Big backdrop from Shayna. Ankle lock locked in. Is she going to quit? The only way is by KO or tap out. I can't imagine how long the adverts are going to be after this match to get the ropes back up. 7 adverts. Oh! Shayna's gone head first into the ring post. Has she hit her noggin in realsies? Or 4 realsies, I should say. To get a bit of blood. Looks like she's feeling for a bit of blood. Lola's got the grapevine choke on now. Shayna's wrestling out of it. Woman handling that woman. By God. I like Shayna's attire. Like she's been making wine before the match has started. And now she's come for a bit of a wrestle. Or she's kicked several people in the face to make them bleed their own blood. I like to believe the wine. Whoa! Several enthusiastic people taken down there at ringside. Shayna getting out of a chokehold the only way she could. By diving out the ring. I can't tell if this is good. I can't tell if this is good or not. Says, where's it gone? Bernard in the chat. It's different, and I think that's a good thing for a wrestling card. The best wrestling cards are always a buffet of wrestling action. It's not going to be your favorite. There might be a bit of quiche that you don't like. That's fine. Don't touch the quiche. Someone else will like the quiche, but there'll always be cocktail sausages. What on earth am I talking about here? You know what I mean, though, don't you? This is always a bit lost on me, this kind of stuff, though, because I'm just not an MMA fan. But there will be people watching this who are MMA fans who enjoy this kind of worky, shooty, fighty, not fighty stuff. I mean, if Shayna Baszler picks up Lola Vice for a shoot powerbomb like Eddie Hall did to that smaller man and then knocks her out for realsies, not that I'm condoning getting, knocked out for realsies, but you know what I'm trying to say. A legitimate looking worked punch. I'm game for that. Quiche and cocktail sausages, what a spread. What's your favourite buffet food? The savoury cold. Your funeral wakes, that sort of occasion. Your birthday party for your grandma, that sort of buffet. There's got to be cocktail sausages. There's got to be sausage rolls. Scotch eggs. A couple of sandwiches. I like a cheese savoury sandwich. What are you saying? Shayna's knee to the post. Shayna's selling her arse off for Lola Vice in the ring. Shoot kicks from Lola to the bad knee of Shayna. Knee bar. Knee bar. Trending number 1 in the United States of America. NXT Battleground. We're getting cheese sandwiches. We're getting sausage rolls. We're getting biscuits. We're getting cheese. We're getting chicken wings. She's going to pull her bloody leg off. That's stretching the Achilles heel and the calf. It's like Shayna's got cramp and Lola's sorting it out for her. Oh. Oh. Lola's whistle-wazzled Shayna. Ankle lock locked in. What's a scotched egg? Oh, you haven't lived. Ha ha, ha ha. Like Shane McMahon. What happened there? Did she kick her for real? Shayna fell down in a very shoot manner. Shayna looking for a triangle. No, an iron bar. A guillotine, that's the word I'm looking for. Very sorry, I'm not a commentator. My brother was. The best in the world. Oh, she's KO'd her. Is that the end? You got to call it, ref. Shayna's not... Oh, she can. I was about to say she can't defend herself. My brother was commentator of the year. It wasn't me. I have a twin brother. He was a doctor now. After his stint on YouTube. Shayna might be getting choked out, but she's wriggled free. Kick to the abdomen. Roundhouse to the face. Finish her. Oh. Lola's back up. Takedown by Shayna. I love those MMA punches. Ah. Yeah. Like you're milking a cow. It feels like this might be it, you know. Is Lola Vice going to tap? She has. No, she hasn't. She's picking the ankle. I'm trying to use as many technical terms as I can. Stuff you've heard on wrestling that sounds fancy. A doctor of thugonomics, Mr. Mid. Lola's got out of it by picking the ankle. Twisting the ankle. Now they're scrapping like it's a fight on a big market. Oh, it's a big knee from Shayna. But it's the bad knee. So she's got a sore knee. It's a through line through this match's story. Will Shayna's bad knee hold up that she banged on the post? Who knows? Oh, she's exposed the bad knee. Whoop. Lola dodges. Hurricane out the ring. This is getting good. Slow start, but it's getting good. They're battering each other in a shoot-fighty way. A worked fighty way. A worked shooty-fighty, worky-shooty. You know what I mean. But now Lola's got to get the dead weight of Shayna back in the ring. Oh no, Shayna's just stood up. Don't listen to me. I know nothing. One of the enthusiastic people at ringside is still down. Oh! Why is Shayna doing this? They're innocent bystanders, Shayna. What are you doing? Oh. She's hurt her own knee even more by attacking an enthusiastic person at ringside. A kind of roundhouse kick from Lola Vice. This has gone off the rails, this match. They have worked themselves into a shoot of shit. Especially Shayna Baszler. Say that 5 times. They have worked themselves into a shoot, especially Shayna Baszler. Arm bar. The legs are locked. Will this count? Lola's half in the ring and half out the ring. Looks like both lasses having a bit of a rest right now. It has been relentless for a good 5 minutes or so now. Bless them. I'd have had a cardiac arrest by now if I was wrestling this match. It does make you laugh, though. Like, I know we're watching wrestling, and we've got this worked shoot fight that they use techniques that you never see in wrestling, which is supposed to be a real fight. You know what I mean? How can we never see the milking of the cow MMA punches in wrestling? It's always, ha-ha, like your boxers and whatnot. I guess that's a shoot fight. I'm talking bollocks, aren't I? Don't listen to me. Hurricane! That should be it. And she's going for the KO. Referee's in. Lola Vice wins. Shayna's now trying to fight the referee. And she gets to shake her ass. Everybody's happy. Told you that was the story. That was the obvious story that we're going for. The moral of the story is you can't stop. What are those gimps doing on the outside of the ring? Just saw that gimp going, oh my God, look at her. Ah. Not the fans, the people around the ring. Not calling the fans in the arena gimps. That would be terrible of me. This is not blood sport. Can't stop the shake. That went about 7 minutes too long. The chat do not like this match. I thought it got good for a 5 minutes, so stretch, just them going back and forth, back and forth. But again, I'm not the right person for worked, shooty MMA stuff. Not an MMA fan, so it's a bit lost on me. Can't appreciate what they're doing because I don't understand. Right then, so while the powers that be get the ropes back on the ring, we are on advert number 1, which is for Speed, which I think Andrade is now the champion of, if I'm not mistaken. I did see someone saying that they're averaging over 1 million views per Speed match or whatever they put on Twitter, which is obviously, I guess, working for what they want to do, but I can't say I'm too invested in a match that has a 3-minute time limit or whatever it has. Do you watch Speed in the chat? Do you take Speed in the chat? Do you watch I Show Speed in the chat? I do neither of those 3 things, for the record. Apart from when I Show Speed got bitten on the nose by a dog. That was funny. Because he deserved it. You don't get up in the face of a dog you don't know like that. Knobhead. Up the dogs. Two adverts. Now another shot of the Las Vegas skyline. So then we've got obviously another promo package that we've already seen on the kickoff show. We've been here since the start of the evening. Then we'll have the match. Obviously, I'm the wrong person to be criticising this layout. Because I guess if you are watching at home and you've got drinks and you've got snacks, there's ample chance watching out Eddie Thorpe's promo packages from this week's NXT. If you are watching with drinks and snacks and pals and need toilet breaks and they go and put stuff in the microwave, as Nigella Lawson likes to call them, that's good, isn't it? But, you know, for a live streamer, how dare they not think about us, basically, is what I'm saying. I was saying this on the podcast on Friday. I like this new, more realistic take on what Eddie Thorpe's lifestyle is. The Native American stuff being made more realistic, I think, is something that needs to happen for a gimmick like that. Otherwise, you get out of touch. What's the word I'm looking for? Just, I guess it's a bit... What's the word I'm looking for? I've gone blank. There's a word I'm looking for. I can't think about it. The sort of takes we had on the podcast where we laughed at this sort of stuff because it just felt like cartoonish. But now it feels more realistic. Ignorance. That's the word I'm looking for. Sexy Red's on the screen. Kalani shaking her ass as well. Booker T's probably fainted. Kalani Jordan said, I can't believe it. Gah! I don't want this night to end. God, our promos are terrible. Bless her. She's still new. She just doesn't sound sincere when she's talking, does she, Kalani Jordynne? Bless her. Who's the best twerker on the Cultaholic crew? Well, it's probably me. I've probably got the most junk inside my trunk. I can't do it now. Not enough room. What was the point of that? I don't know. I guess it's in the new North American champion. On screen with international recording superstar. Sexy Red with her swollen coochie, everybody. Oh my God, we're getting more adverts. Had to expect it. Emmett, thank you very much. Since my boy Eddie Thorpe has been talking about sacred fires, I think the only logical next step for him is to come out and say, I follow my heart right up to the end. As far as the eye can see, I'm faithful and true. I'm living up to your sacred trust in me. Your sacred trust in me. Emmett there paying tribute to One True Voice, the losers of Pop Stars The Rivals back in 2003, maybe? 2? 3? I've lost a lot of viewers there. I've just lost about 20 viewers while doing that swollen coochie line and singing. Oh, they're back. They must have had an advert. Phew! What are they arguing about now? I missed that. Bugger just laughing. I don't know what to say. Ha ha ha. Yeah, man. What's next? Yes. This could be the sleeper match of the night just because Femi's involved. And if we've learned anything from the previous 2 NXT Premium Live events, when Oba's in a triple threat match on a Premium Live event, it's going to be a banger. Banger. After banger. After banger. Oba's the next big one from NXT, I think. I reckon after WrestleMania next year, he'll be getting a similar push to Bron Breakker. That's my prediction. Clip it, save it, come back to after WrestleMania next year. Oba will be on Raw, smashing fools all over the shop. All over the shop. Is he over £300? I can't remember Femi being in the Meat Planets tier list that me and Tom did a few weeks ago. I say a few weeks ago, might be months ago at this point. My timeline's all over the shop. Femi and Omos tag team. Oh, don't. Oh, don't. Yeah, I thought he was about 275. I think I remember saying on the video that Oba, shockingly so, was not a Meat Planet because he was not over £300. So they've just inflated his weight for no reason. Although he does look a believable 3 bills. He's so big. So big. He was on the list, I beg my pardon. So then, let's get our predictions locked in. I'm going to go for Oba to retain. What say you? What say you in the chat? Are you going Femi? Are you going Wesley? Or are you going Joe Coffey? In terms of my predictions, it's Oba. Then I think Joe's the next most likely to win. Excuse me. Then I think Wesley. Excuse me. Goodness me. Right, predictions. Oba. Thank you, Matt Williams. Oba feminists rise. Up the Oba feminists. Oba. Everyone's saying Oba. It's all coming up Oba. Alex Markey wants Joe, but he thinks Oba. Everyone thinks Oba. I don't want Joe Coffey to be champion. I think he's crap. Oba, Coffey. Right, there we go. Trash Bin Panda. I think Coffey will win. Be spelled coffee, as in the drinkable substance, which shows that he doesn't care that much about Joe Coffey. Isn't Les Wee? Isn't Les Wee the uncrowned champion? He relinquished it, yeah, which means he gave it up. And Oba won the vacant one. Joe in the chat there saying Strowman and Breaker versus Omos and Oba Femi. Oh, you like what you like, Alex Markey. Don't listen to me. It's just an opinion. My opinion's no more valid than yours. Merab Devashvili. I've probably said that wrong. He's in the crowd. He looks like he's been through a few scraps with that schnoz and those ears. Empty seats again. Disgusting. Forrest Griffin, a UFC Hall of Famer. I like that t-shirt. Fighting solves everything. Here comes Wesley. Wasn't Joe Coffey in a tag team with Frappuccino Frank? The Sanka brothers? Imagine naming your son Forrest. Why not? Why not? Oh, of course, Wesley lost to Dirty Dom. My lineage of the bloody hell, the North American title's not right, is it? I know someone who's named their son River. You do get some funny names, don't you? I don't know anyone with like a flamboyant name. They're all boring names, just boring, normal names. Gallus do have a good theme, though. That's a frat boy taking down song if ever so. I should really make a frat boy taking down playlist on Spotify that people can follow. So when you do need a few songs, a few wrestling themes to get you in a zone and make you walk through a proverbial wall, you'll be able to do it. Gallus' theme would be on it. Bah, he's putrid, isn't he, Joe Coffey? Dirty bastard. Let's talk about the tash on Joe Coffey. I mean, it adds to the look, doesn't it? It adds to the look of being a dirty bastard. Looks like he's got a pervert's coat on as well. Hey, look at my willy. A flasher's coat, I should say, not a pervert's coat. Not to get your flashers and your perverts mixed up, obviously. Very different people. He does remind me of Bronson as well. Here he comes, though, the main man. Ooh! 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 Use my oohs to sync up. Ooh! 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 I offended the flasher community. I love the fact, right, that Oba is this massive, scary man, and he comes walking down like he's Mr. Ben or something. That's a timely reference. Jesus Christ. He doesn't have to do the little walk that he does, but it's great that he does. Who's going to tell him he looks like a dick doing it? Not me. Absolutely not. Oba's eyes are terrifying. Look how big he is. Again, clip it. Play it next May. Oba will be on the Bron Breaker push this time next year. He's the next one. Right then, so expectations are high for this match. All but a couple of people in the chat thinks that Oba Femi will win this match. I can also see Joe Coffey winning this match with Wesley taking the fall and Gallus getting involved. Why aren't Gallus out there with him now since it's a triple threat, no disqualifications? Does your head in his wrestling logic, so it does. Where's the logic? They haven't been banned from ringside as far as we know. Gallus should be out there with the Coffey. Yeah, oh. He's a dense boy, Joe Coffey. And he's also a thick boy as well. Wesley doing Wesley things. Alley-oop from Coffey. Lee lands on the ropes. Coffey wins with help from Joe Hendry. You can't have Joe Hendry. I know that Joe Coffey's obviously from the Scotland as well. You can't have Joe Hendry aligned with a heel, surely. Yeah, I thought that Ava had Wolfie assassinated 2 weeks ago. The way that he wasn't there. Larry Rabb said, if Oba doesn't win, I'll donate $50. You don't need to do that, Larry. Spend your money on something nice. Do appreciate the offer, though. Thank you for all your donations so far tonight. We're on 560 likes. As I always say, please give it a like spike. Like spike for Oba Femi and his big body. Massive lariato from Oba Femi to Wesley. He's going for a big power move already on Joe Coffey, the dense boy. He's going for moves on both of them at the same time, but why not? Because he's Oba Femi. They're up. Delayed standing suplex to two men at the same time. That's Oba Femi. Darcy, thank you very much. Thanks, Ross. They're the only person on the planet that can make Gallus somewhat interesting by calling Joe Coffey a flasher. But yeah, because 2 weeks ago, Wolfie was missing. Both Joe and Mark Coffey were saying, "Hey, are you saying Wolfie? I'm not heard from him. He's not been on the phone." Oba throwing Wes into Joe. It's a clinic from Oba Femi. Oba feminists like Spike unite for the big man. And then all of a sudden on this week's NXT, Wolfie came back and there was no explanation as to where he had gone. But the way it was set up with Ava saying, no, nobody at ringside, Wolfie being missing in action, we thought, or I thought at least, that potentially Ava had the mob whack Wolfie. Big kick from Wesley. He got his leg up high. Excuse me again. Bloody hell. Whoop. Wesley got high there. And he also went over the top rope. Do you remember when him and his tag team partner like Weed back in the day? In NXT. Then they had it was meant to be setting up RVD debuting for NXT, wasn't it? But it turned out to be Riddle. Jordynne, thank you very much for the 5 once again. I was there live for Cultaholic 2. And I won't soon forget it. One of the best matches of the year was even better in person. I bet it was. Wrestling's always so much better when you're there in person. Whoa! Whoa! Christ alive! There's presses, and then there's the kind of press Oba just did to Wesley off Brett's rope. He nearly hit the bastard roof. What a maneuver. Oba's so big. Whoa, big knee from Coffey to the back of Oba. Called to Police 2 sounds like a straight to DVD Will Smith movie. That it does. I'm slapping my legs. I'm like an independent wrestler. Slap the legs. Big shoot DDT from Joe Coffey of a tornado variety. German Coffey. Oof, sounds nice about now. Sornob69, thank you for the... Oh, just caught myself there. I'll go for it anyway. Sornob69, thank you for the tip. Ross, you're a legend. When will we see the return of Rossi Drip Drip? Pfft, never know, do you? You never know. You never know when he might come up. But once again, thank you, Sonob69, for the tip. Jake Rohn, thank you for being a member. Also, thank you for this thingy here. Hi, Papa Ross. Thanks for doing this watch along tonight. Appreciate all you Cultaholic lads. Thank you very much, Jake Rowan. Appreciate all the members. And the people who donate, Roos, donate to the streams and whatnot. You keep this ship afloat for us here. This ship afloat. Impressive from Coffey. Big move on Oba, who, if you didn't know, is a big boy. Twisty elbow from Joe Coffey. Sort of like a Vader bomb as well. Hey. Oh, yeah. Coffey doing the deadlifts on Oba, the big fancy show off. Bertie big bollocks. Wesley stop on the back of Oba, but Joe Coffey does not go down. He nearly dropped Oba on his head, but I think Oba landed safe enough for a DVD. A DVD, a Death Valley driver. He's pinning him, ref. Wesley doesn't realise until the very last second. It's starting to go into a good old NXT three-way premium live event match. Oof. Big uppercut from Joe Coffey. Going for a tope on Oba, who made the announce table move a couple of inches there. Coffey going for the steps. Oba just kicks him in midair. Lebosh. Oba, pop-up powerbomb on the apron to Joe Coffey. He's such a dense boy, yet he's throwing him around like he's a child. Like Joe Coffey is a child. He's caught Wesley doing a flip over the top rope. Thrown him into Joe Coffey. Oba is my favourite NXT superstar of the day. What a guy. Yes, Oba. Anyone who predicted Coffey changing their prediction now to Oba. Or anyone who predicted Oba potentially changing their prediction as well. I am not currently. I still think Oba will win. He's caught Wesley off the old flippity-dooby-doo. Whoa! Oh, didn't quite go right with the head scissors in the corner there from Wesley. Very difficult maneuver, obviously, to try and pull off. Shoot Kickington from Wesley. Broken up by Coffey. This has been a good match. The best match of the night so far, I would argue already. Pop-up from Coffey. Spain Buster. Late kick out from Lee. I've done it again. I've said the name Lee. I've thought of Lee Mack, so I've got to let it out. Lee stinks of wee, and he is a moron. Every time I do that, every time, I can't help it. Rossi think, Rossi say, as the old saying goes. Pop up from Oba to Joe Coffey. Don't powerbomb on Wesley. Wesley would perish. I expect Gallus to come out now. Oba's on the outside next to the entrance ramp, going for a big move on Joe. Here he comes. Wolfie and Mark, you should have been out there from the start. Yeah, we nades. That's one thing I learned from Jen back in the day. Means you're calling someone a chava in Scottish. Oh, big finish to Oba. Opens the door for Joe Coffey to take down Wesley. This was the second prediction I had. Gallus helping Joe Coffey win with a pin on Wesley. Top rope moonsault from Joe Coffey. What? He's gone for it. The big shoulder barge into the corner. Wesley's out here. No. Wesley kicks out. What's a chava? I don't know how you describe that. What a camera angle. Oba rising from the dead. Taking down both Gallus boys. Shoot forearm to Coffey coming through the ropes. Wolfie into the steps. Mark into Wolfie. He's killing fools. It's over. This might be the end, you know. All the best for the Bills. All the best for the Bills. Big choke slam? Clothesline, sorry. Wesley doesn't know which way to go. Take out Oba with a big old move over the top rope or whizzle-wazzle Coffey on the mat. He's going to whizzle-wazzle Oba over the top rope. But he's got... No, he's not. He's waiting for Coffey to get back up. Double knees. Bonjour. Je m'appelle Wesley. Forearm from Lee. Kick from Lee. A different kick from Lee. Coffey's doing a Ric Flair strut because he's knocked out. Flippy kick from Lee. Oh, he's going to pop up here and pull them off. Pull them out. Oh no, Gallus Bahoy's pulled the ref out. You bastards. You bastards. You can't eject them, referee. It's a no disqualification. Whey! Wesley with a lovely delayed tope. Plancher, whatever the hell. I don't know what moves are. Oba's over the top rope. Joe Coffey is Fucked. Kick to the arm of Coffey. Oba's got him up. Throwing powerbomb thingy. It's over. It's Oba. It's Oba Femi. Oh, yeah, man. Oh, he's caught him knees first. Bosh. See you later, Wesley. Picked up Coffey again. What a finish this is. Oba Femi is the bollocks. It's over. Match of the night so far. Match of the night so far. Oba Femi continues to deliver in these triple threat matches on premium live events. There's no stopping him. I do not change my prediction for next year. Lock it in. Oba's getting the Bron Breaker push this time next year. Ooh! Ooh! Did Wes take a bad one? I didn't see. I just looked like he took a normal back bump there. A hard one. Oba Femi like a phoenix, rising from the flames. Bam! What a great finish it was. There was never that jeopardy for me, though, in this match. It never felt like at one point Coffey or Wes were actually going to win. Which is my only criticism of the match, I'd say. Big throw from Oba. Joe Coffey flying through the air. Splat! Splat! Catching Wesley by the knees. Big old powerbomb. Another powerbomb to Joe Coffey. I might react like Booker T does to Jada Parker when Oba Femi wrestles Gunter. Oh. 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 Oh, I might need 5 minutes on my own after thinking about that match. Oh, right, 17 minutes of adverts to enjoy now. Tomorrow on Raw. The wrestling never stops. Oh, yes, the go home for bloody Glasgow, isn't it? Glasgow. Oh, God, that means we've got pictures and predictions this week on the channel. NXT Brooklyn, October the 5th. No. Oh, that must be the air date of the episode. I was going to say Brooklyn's normally August, wasn't it, back in the day? I loved this year of NXT back in 2015. I remember starting my old job at the old place. The old place. November 2014. So this summer of 2015, covering NXT for a certain website. Really was unbelievable. Because the main roster stuff wasn't the best. Then you saw like Demon Balor taking on Owens at TakeOver. Blue Pants at TakeOver. What a time it was to be covering wrestling. It's hard to fathom, but around this period of time, the WWE wanted to push Roman Reigns as a babyface, but nobody liked the guy. We all thought he was crap. A good wrestler, but everything else that made Roman Reigns back then, awful. His promos, his mannerisms, his blue eyes. Do you remember his random blue eyes for no reason? We all resented Roman Reigns. Now look at us now. Gagging for him. But this year of NXT was Sami Zayn, Finn Balor, Bull Dempsey, Bullfit. The Revival coming to the fore. Enzo and Cass. Buddy and Blake. With Alexa Bliss. Who else was there back then? Obviously Bayley, Sasha Banks, Charlotte Flair, Becky Lynch. Although I think Charlotte and Becky had gone to the main roster by now, hadn't they? With Team PCB. Baron Corbin's gimmick of taking down indie people. Samoa Joe's debut, yes. Breeze versus Thunder Liger on this show at the start of it. Vaudevillains, yeah. Glorious Bobby Roode was 2016, wasn't it? I think. Maybe. Hopefully. I don't know. It was definitely early 2017 because I remember being at the at TakeOver Orlando where he defended against Nakamura. I think. Where we all found out that Drew McIntyre had left WCPW. After I'd spoken to Drew McIntyre for a good 20 minutes about the weather in Orlando. In the locker room that afternoon. He didn't tell me, did he? Prick. Solomon Crow, yeah. I like the Dubstep Cowboys theme back then. He did kayfabe. He kayfabed everybody. To be fair, though, I can stomach these adverts a bit more when they're this long. Actually, something interesting from a documentary a few years ago. I say a few years ago. 9 years ago. 9 years ago. I've been working covering wrestling as my only job for 10 years in November. You know when you realise what 10 years feels like? That's going to be one of those moments, that. Disgusting. Disgusting. Yes, Wendy Chu on the comeback. Teddy bears on the bed. I think this is the promo we saw on Wednesday, isn't it? Slippers on. We go to the bathroom, I think, next. Brushing off the teeth, washing off the face. But it looks like... I was saying this to Matthew and Jack, and they didn't really entertain a discussion, the bastards. I said she looks like she's got, like, darker, spookier makeup on. There you go. And the glass breaks. Could it be a darker, whimsical Wendy Chu? Like Spike for Wendy Chu. We're on 584. Let's get to 600. By God. A2Z says Wendy Chu is the personification of what I hate about NXT. Well, up yours, A2Z. A2Z, sorry. Up yours. The whimsical one is fantastic. You can't have watched her... Who was it? Oh my God, I've gone blank. Was it Tiffany Stratton that used to put in the Home Alone traps? Or Mandy Rose? It was Mandy Rose, wasn't it? There was an episode of NXT where Wendy Chu and Mandy Rose, I think it was, had a match. And it was like Home Alone 2. Lost in New York. It's Ash Costello from New Year's Day, the lead singer of. Fantastic. I don't know if Alex is still in the chat. I assume he's not. Who's there? That looks like where he sat in the arena, where they keep putting these famous faces. If anyone knows Alex, is he being shifted? Shifted out of his seat for these famous people to get their camera shots. Wendy Chu to be the next NXT Women's Champion. That's maybe too much there. Too much there. Right, promo package for Roxanne versus Jordynne Grace. Red Esquef. Hopefully I've said that right. Thank you very much. Hey, Ross. Because you spoke about starting at Redacted in 2014. Did working with wrestling make it become too much of a job, or can you still separate and have fun as a fan? It's hard when you're obviously presenting videos on topics and you need to find something to say to really enjoy it, if that makes sense, because you're thinking about too much. You're thinking too much about what you're watching. But when you're not covering wrestling, like me sat here watching this, hopefully you can see I'm having a good time watching this because I'm not having to make notes to analyse on a podcast or something like that. That's the only reason. The only times when watching wrestling just sort of makes you not enjoy the wrestling, when you're having to make talking points and getting opinions put together and whatnot. And obviously watching WTF when you're nitpicking it to the end of the world and back. God, I hit the wall here. The end of the wall and back. That sort of takes the enjoyment out of it to a certain extent while you're having fun making a script for a video. But yeah. Sometimes you find yourself writing stuff down and you're just like, oh, will people care about this? But then you have to try and make, an entertaining discussion for a podcast or something. I like to think we get that line just about right on the weekly podcast on a Friday. Because wrestling is fun. It's supposed to be fun. So we have fun discussing it, but we do have the serious points as well. Sometimes. Sometimes. Not all the time. We're not one of these knobhead channels that take things too far and treat wrestling like it's... I don't know. You know the sort of people I'm talking about. Take wrestling way, way, way too seriously. And try and make it a thing that it's not. Just enjoy it when you can. That's all I would say. Anyway. Rant over. I will be rewatching the entire show for the podcast. Because my memory at the grand old age of 31 cannot retain notes for this week. SmackDown, Collision, this show, Raw, NXT Dynamite. I can't retain all the information. So that's tomorrow's job. Got to go and pick my shopping up from Asda at 11:30. What a great tool that is, by the way. Anyone do the click and collect at Asda? What a great discussion to be had right now. Here comes Jordynne Grace. Right, let's lock predictions in. Forget about Asda. I've only just recently started doing click and collect at Asda, which stops you picking up random stuff from the shelves. But doesn't Jordynne Grace just look like a superstar? She looks the part. She would look the part of the main roster, let's be honest with ourselves. I'm going to go for Jordynne Grace. Arion's gone for Grace. Leroyd's gone for... Leroyd. My TV's not a great definition here. Jordynne should win, says Ace Shock. We've got a Grace. No one's fancying Roxanne here. Emma is, obviously. Matt Owen says Roxanne. Paul Abbott says draw. Interesting. They can't do a draw in a PLE. Surely. EL, Roxanne. Here's a nice belt. Voher says Undertaker's going to win. WD, Perez. Sorry. Arian. I'm nearly as bad as Matthew for pronunciation of names. Roxanne Perez. Biscotti. I'm going to do it. I've gone for it. I've said it. Since she's turned heel. Biscotti. Someone from TNA is costing Jordynne. That is an interesting one. It's either Io or Lo Tora. Apologies, I can't quite tell with the font that YouTube uses. Up the Asda, she says, though. They say. I'll go with they. I might not say that one out loud. With the boyf in bed. Just shout it in his ear. Record the reaction. Put it on YouTube. Get millions of hits. Or TikTok or Instagram. Then you can laugh about it in weeks and months to come. Go on, just shout Asda in his ear, please. Jonathan Reyes is back. Women MITB winner will cash in a TNA for the title if Jordynne wins. Oh, for the NXT title. Yeah. Yep, I get you. I get you. Not a main roster title? What is actually in Asda? Lots of stuff. You get the rewards app. I don't like Tesco, Matt Owen, right? Just before we get the match started. I don't like Tesco because they've got this club card, right? So they show you they could charge things at that price, but they just choose not to. So you got to give all your details over and they can track what you buy just so you get access to the prices they could be charging. I think that's arsehole behaviour from Tesco. Arsehole behaviour. But they do have the best meal deals anyway. Titles in the air. This is just for the NXT Women's Championship and not the Knockouts belt, obviously. I do have an Asda Rewards card. I've got a cash pot, which has got about... I don't know if I can show you without showing my barcode. I don't want you to nick my points. That cash pot there, I don't know if you can see. You can't see it all, can you? £26.15 in my cash pot. I feel like a champion with 26 quid in my eyes, the cash pot. Looks like it's going to be the typical Davina versus Gabrielle fight. I've bollocks that one. David versus Goliath, but with the ladies. This is awesome. Chant from the crowd that barely got going. I don't know if Io Tora or Lo Tora again. Apologies for butchering one half of that. I just shouted Asda in a boyfriend's ear. Please say you have. Dive, duck, dip, dive, and dodge from Roxanne. Tilt-a-whirl. Alley-oop in a flapjack position. Crucifix, reversed by Grace. It's a ding-dong battle. Shoot, slap from Roxanne, that bitch. Jordynne's angry now. Roxanne has effed up, bitches. Alley-oop, slam. I don't know what that's called, but it's a very nice little maneuver. Looks like it's going to be a sidewalk slam, but she continues it all the way around and plants it. Fantastic. What the hell's that? Hang on. Oh, it was a thump to the eye. It looked like Roxanne just got a fist and just pressed it into Jordynne's forehead like that. Shades of Uber Femi from Jordynne Grace. Elevated powerbomb-ish thingy. Is it Loa Io? Let me know in the chat. Loa Io Tora gave him, the boyfriend in bed, a very assertive whisper. He mumbled okay and started snoring again. That means you got to shout. You got to do it. Oh dear, Jordynne Grace's earring, it would appear, has caught somewhere and has caused a shoot bleeding from the lobe. From the lobe. It wasn't from the slap, was it? What we're doing now, Roxanne? Why isn't the ref getting gloves on? Good question. I, like you, thought that was protocol within the wrestling these days, especially the WWE. It is a capital I. Thank you very much. A Claudio Castagnoli uppercut from Roxanne. Side Russian leg sweep. Pinfall cover. Kick out at 0 from the Grace, who has got blood everywhere. And isn't it weird how she's wearing white gear? It's as if she meant it. Da-da-dun! Da-da-dun! Nah, she didn't mean it. But you always know for certain matches when a wrestler wears white. And it's like a gimmick match, or MJF in the past done it in AEW. They're going to bleed, and because they're wearing white, it looks gnarly AF, my dudes. Gnarly AF. Grace gets out, so Roxanne bangs her knees on the mat. Much like Sexy Red banged her. It doesn't matter. She banged her you-know-what on the mat earlier several times to Booker T's delight. Chop block to the knee from Roxanne, who was taking it to Jordynne Grace. She's been a lot more dominating so far, has Roxanne, than I thought she would have been, the way the match started. I've just realised there's a man in a full tuxedo there in the front row. Sunglasses on, dicky bow tie on as well. Jake Rowan says, is her earring stuck in Roxanne's leg? And that, my friend, is a very good spot. It does appear that Jordynne Grace's earring is stuck on the outer part of Roxanne Perez's left thigh. Does she know it's there? Can you see it? It's like white. That is gnarly. What a spot that is from Jake Rowan. I hope they use it as a spot in the match. Imagine a comeback starting with Jordynne Grace pinning down Roxanne and slowly pulling the earring out the leg. And then stabbing her at 25. No, I'm not. We're not going there. Look at that. It is. Look at that. I hope they make it part of the match. Yeah, you can see on the left ear there, Jordynne Grace, there is a matching white circular earring. Adrenaline in Roxanne. Sorry. What on earth is happening here? Torture rack on the middle rope from Jordynne Grace. Oh my God. Blue Thunder Bomb somehow from a torture rack position from Jordynne Grace on the middle rope. As I struggle to get my words out. Dragonberry Mead with a good point. And a throwback to Jack's fascination with Kip Sabian and AEW. There is poison on tip of the earring. Roxanne is going to start fainting. I think the earring might have fallen out the leg. It is. It's behind Roxanne on the mat now. It has fallen out. The leg ring has fallen out. Someone could shoot land on this now. Referee. He's got the earring. The referee has got the earring. Go on, Roxanne. Lay it in. Shoot slam from Jordynne Grace. Another slam from Grace. She's hanging in there at the moment. Jesus. Screaming like a banshee. Yes, Jordynne Grace. Sit down, Roxanne. Sugar. Whoa. I was going to say. Didn't have a locked in there. Good and proper for the old whatchamacallit. It feels like we're entering stage 3 or 4 of this match, if that makes any sense. Feels like we're at the bit before the final stretch of the match. This has been a pleasant matchup so far. It's in position to potentially be the match of the night after the triple threat match. Potentially. We don't know what's to come. It would have to be a bit of a war-tish to get up there with what the triple threat match turned into. This cushion won't stop moving. Muscle buster from Jordynne Grace. Potentially no. Roxanne gets out. DDT Bulldog Hybrid from Roxanne. The old Spike and Hurricane Rana on the mat. Big fan of that maneuver. As we just go past 3 o'clock in the morning over here in the UK. What time is it where you are? Let me know. And like Spike for this match as well, by God. Let's go for it. It is 10 o'clock EST in Canada. It's 3:01 a.m. as well. We've got a 10 p.m. and 8 p.m. An 8 p.m., a 7:02 in LA, 7:01, 9 o'clock, 10 o'clock. 3 a.m. here in Dundee for Iotora. Arm bar over the top rope from Roxanne, who's being very inventive. 420, baby. Marcos, thank you for being a member. Also, thank you for sending this in. Ross, who would you want to dethrone each current NXT champion? Also, you are the freaking best, Ross. An absolute legend. Thank you very much, Marcos. You can have my number after the stream. I will go for a dethrone Roxanne. I guess it counts still. Jordynne Grace. To dethrone Oba. Muscle Buster from Jordynne Grace. As I live and breathe on NXT. To dethrone Oba. I don't want anyone to dethrone Oba. I'm going to go for Oba to relinquish the title when he becomes NXT champion. So Oba to defeat Trick Willie for the title. It would be my choice. I love Oba. For the Women's North American, I would go for, now that Kalani Jordan's the champion, it's got to be a heel. So I guess that's more Lash Legend than it is Jada Parker. So I'd go Lash Legend. Even though Lash Legend's quite baby-facey at the moment. The tag team titles. God, that's a bit of a hard one. Roxanne going for a Pop Rocks on the apron. Nope, reversed. On the floor. Jesus Christ. Jordynne Grace hangs on. That would have been terrifying if she hit that one. Oh, Jordynne Grace took that one flush on the noggin. Tornado DDT on the floor, and I think Grace is out. She is moving slowly. It looked like her head started the floor there, good and proper. That looked bad. Anofi and Blade might be a good story to tell since they're very bad in kayfabe at the moment to win the tag team titles. Lose like 1,000 matches and then win the tag team titles. Like Zack Ryder and Kurt Hawkins in 2019. Grace is alright, ignore me. But that did look like she started her head off the floor for realsies. Pop Rocks. No. Countered. Oh, what we're doing here? She sat on her back. It's like those Austrian or German dances where they slap each other's asses. Is it Austrian or German? You know where the lederhosen and then they're half upside down and then they smack each other's asses. Paxman, Tatum Paxley, also lives at ringside at the the UFC shed. Oh, she's going after the TNA title. The Knockouts title. What is she doing? I'm a big fan of Tatum Paxley. Her and Ariana Grace are the two best character wrestlers. Oh my God, it's Dana Brooke. It's a shoot appearance from Dana Brooke. Sorry, Ash by Elegance. I beg my pardon. Oh! Jordynne Grace wiping everybody out with the title. It's a crossover episode there. It's a crossover. Oh, this might cost Jordynne Grace, is it? No. Elbow to the back of the heat. She's got Roxanne up. This might be it, you know. No, she reversed into a cutter. Cutter into Pop Rocks. She's going to get her. 1, 2. Well, I never. Well, I never. Good finish to the match there. Did not see that coming. I've been told I've got to come clean. I don't watch too much TNA. Being told that Ash by Elegance is in storyline with Jordynne Grace at the moment. That's why she's there. It looks like Tatum Paxley will be the one to go to the next TNA pay-per-view. So I think there's going to be an open challenge, isn't there, with Jordynne Grace? I'm shocked to see Jordynne Grace pinned, but then again, I'm not. If she's not full-time NXT. I told you. Ye oldie WWE style. Oh, they're not as good as us. Meh. I like that anything can happen kind of Kavorka for the end of the match there. Anything could happen in the World Wrestling Federation. What a good reversal from Roxanne, though. Into the cutter, into the Pop Rocks, which looked like it hurt this time. Not my favourite finisher maneuver of all time, as podcast fans will know, or listeners will know. Who would have thought of that? The old Dana Brooke back on the WWE. I don't think it'll be on excursion a shock. I think it'll be just that open challenge that Jordynne Grace has got at the next pay-per-view. I think. How are you all doing on predictions? And I can see Vaclav in the chat there, 3 out of 4 right. I think I'm also 3 out of 4, I think. I think I just got the first one wrong. No, I got that one wrong as well. I got half right. I don't know what I'm doing is what we've learned this evening. GT Wallace has got 5 out of 5. Have we had 5 matches yet? 4 out of 5 for Emmett. We have had 5 matches, I'm joking. Heather Wright, 4.5 out of 5. Where's the 0.5 from, Heather? As we see a big promo package again for Clash at the Castle, which if you don't know, is this weekend. We have 1 match left, the main event. That is it. Ethan Page versus Trick Willie for the NXT title. I tell you what, though, and I've got to call a spade when I see it. In terms of the premium live events that NXT have put on this year, this has been the weakest. Not saying it's been a bad show, it's been a fine show. But it has been the weakest PLE of NXT's 2024 so far. I guess they all can't be bangers. The 0.5 for Heather was from Jordynne nearly murdering Roxanne mid-match. Is this Trick's first defense? Oh my god. Marcos, thank you for gifting a membership to Lucas Hayes. Come on down, Lucas Hayes. Seven-star classic incoming with Ethan Page and Trick, says Matt Owen. Ross is sending his dish back to the kitchen. Chef HBK won't be happy. I'm not sending it back to the kitchen. I'm just saying it's fine. I would not be standing up like a mob member and shouting, compliments to the chef. I'd just pay my bill, give a little tip to the waiting staff, and then walk on my way. It's missed that big oomph that a normal NXT PLE has had. Vengeance Day being the triple threat that I can remember. The one Stand Deliver being the triple threat as well. What else was there? I can't remember. My mind's terrible at the moment. I feel like I've seen this 7 times tonight. Damian Priest and Drew McIntyre's interactions at WrestleMania and recent Raws and stuff like that. Cole Larson, there's been 5, I think, so far. First match of the night, Jordynne won the inaugural NXT Women's North American Championship. Nathan Frazer and Axiom retained against the Good Brothers. Lola defeated Shayna Baszler at the NXT Underground. Femi defeated Wesley and Joe Coffey in my match of the night so far, retaining his North American title. Roxanne Perez with the shoot shock victory over Jordynne Grace just then for the NXT Women's title. And now we've got Trick Willie versus Ethan Page in your main event of the evening. Oh, I can't wait to watch that for free. Knobheads costing us, charging too much money. Bastards. Bastards. $4 p.m. in Scotland. Oh, it'll be a nice evening at work again. Getting to watch the wrestling of this. A nice hour of the day. What a treat. Oh my God, my voice went there. Oh God, he's sexy red again. She's running for president and going on tour soon. Oh, God, Booker's going to go wild again. Lola Vice is on the scene. I've got my head in my hands just thinking about Booker T. No, they're shaking their asses at the camera. Someone grab Booker and Sarah Schreiber's getting involved. And now we cut with gutted Wesley. Wesley's pissed off. He's getting attacked by Gallus, all 3 of them. Like a pack of hungry dogs. Scottish Terriers. Steve Corino. Who's that? Is that Dan Mather from way back in the day? The bald man. Cody Rhodes watching NXT Battleground, curious how my old friend Official Ego will do against Trick Willie. Oh, how's Ethan Page, his old friend? Oh, AEW. Actually thinking of dashing down to Florida this week with a gift and to see some old friends. Cody Rhodes with an appearance on NXT this week. All the best want to be around. Big Javon Evans in action against Shawn Spears. Jesus Christ, Shawn Spears to give him his full title. Joshua, I will guide you. Joshua. Was it only Logan? My God. Dante Chen and Lexis King's feud is reserved for weekly television only. Not even good enough for a kickoff show match here. Up the Dante Chen. And then Miss Shin getting a match, I would assume, yes, against Jada Parker. Biscotti! In the words of Booker T. Biscotti! Who's this man? It is Jamahal Hill, the former UFC light heavyweight champion, with a big shiny ring on his finger. I know nothing about MMA. Here we go then. Trick Willie. And I said Shawn Spears there. He wishes. Ethan Page. Who are we picking for this match? I think it can go either way. Just the fact it is Ethan Page's first match in NXT. You'd assume they want to make him a dirty big bollocks because the singles main event roster is a bit threadbare at the moment, having Ilya and Mello go to the main roster. I'm not bad nerds with guns. I'm gonna go Trick. But I'm fully expecting Ethan also to win. But if I had to predict, we're going Trick. Miguel's going Trick. Cameron's going Trick. Paul's going Trick, but with all the shenanigans. Emmett's go to Paige. Metaphor costs Paige. Yeah, could. Yeah. Oro Mensah's going to get involved, isn't he? Ben Anthony Davis, thank you very much indeed. How is they go through a big... What? How is it they go through a big match, but a small backstage fight, and they shout medical? Love your work. Bring back the king. Oh, my God. The TV's going to turn itself off. Ah! We're safe. I assume they get the medical attention regardless backstage after the big matches, I'd assume. But this was a shoot fight, therefore they have to shout the medical because the medical won't be there ready for people to come backstage. And as for the king, I can't. Otherwise, I would get sued. Sued. I need to start live streaming the weekly NXT shows so I can get my arse on one of these promo packages. I'm looking at these streamers' reactions. None of them like NXT as much as me. None of them. I am Mr. Nuxed. Mr. Nuxed. I'm a big fan of Ethan Page. He just seems like a main event man. Am I staying Bryn active? Not really. More Wendy Chu than Bryn fit, I'd say. Yeah, Noam Dar is another good shout as well because he's been missing from TV since his attack, which everyone thought, well, some people thought was trick, but it wasn't. It wasn't at all. Right, let's go. We've got our predictions locked in. Let's get to the entrances. He just the way he carries himself, he just looks like a main event boy. It's just a shame that TK had a lot of wrestlers, so someone like Ethan Page gets lost in the shuffle. Let's hear his new theme. Will it be crap because of Death Rebel? It sounds heavy. Is that saying ego or Ethan? Ethan. I think it's saying ego. Yes, of course, me and Tom made our debut back in 2019, I think it was, in the old... the times before the NXT shed, when they were still at Full Sail. Ego. It's just... I've been making noise. My God. I've been making notes for an for a Death Rebel tier list going live in the next couple of weeks. And they're really bad at their jobs. They are really bad. It's another theme Ethan Page has got there that just sounds like background music. They're so bad. Death Rebel. This is a good theme, though. It works. It works. Todd M, thank you very much. This is my first NXT PLE since pre-pandemic. Happy to have you along. Well, Todd, don't let this dampen your expectations or your views on NXT. Go back and watch the two other PLEs from this year. Vengeance Day, Stand and Deliver. They were fantastic evenings. This has been fine, but it's not had that oomph. Or maybe they're saving the oomph for right now. Who knows? That's Trick. Uh-huh. Oh, yeah, man. Oh, yeah, man. Oh, yeah, man. Big fan of Trick Willie as well. Another man who just looks like a main event boy. I like it. Oh, yeah, man. Oh, yeah, man. Stumbles during promos. JM Harmon. What are you watching? Trick doesn't stumble through promos. I understand certain criticisms about his matches because, you know, you get to the big spots. Sometimes it's not as flush as you'd wanted. Although, you know, Def Rebel indeed. Oh my God. DEAF. DGAF. But I think Trick's the slight question mark about his wrestling aside. Everything else he's got nailed on. The presence, the Kavorka, the promos. Nobody sounds like Trick Willie, which I think is a very good thing for him. Trick Williams. What time are we on now? Where are we? 3:22 in the morning. Surely this isn't going all the way till 4 a.m. Surely. For how bad it was, 2.0 really gave us some great future stars. What am I reading here? Jay Grell's 9 in the chat. 2.0 took us back to the mid-90s, my friend. A time that wrestling forgot, but a time that 2.0 brought back. Ethan Page out the traps, early attack. After the bell, though, so still legal. He's not being a dick. He's just more alert than Trick. He's looking trim as Ethan Page. I'm going to whoop that Trick. I'm going to whoop that Trick right now. I'm going to whoop that Trick. I'm going to whoop that Trick right now. The mouse is gone. Oh. I was half expecting that to just click the button that says end stream there for no reason. That'd be my luck. Whoop that mouse indeed. Yeah, it's going to be interesting to see how many Meta-4 members get involved in this match. Lash, obviously, being just told by Trick what we had going on. It's over. It's over, Lash. Noam Dar being attacked by Ethan Page. Oro Mensah's been whooping people's asses this week. Or just Ethan Page, as I should say. We might get to see our friend Alex in the crowd there. He's on that side. Maybe that's him in the turquoisey t-shirt. Oh, no, that's the wrong side of the arena. Beg my pardon. My God. Emmett, Ethan Page's only demand was a title shot today. She made it on as if he wanted a locker room, white fluffy cats in the locker room, a gold car, a diamond watch, a 12-bedroom house, a complete Euro 2024 sticker album with all the shinies and the purple ones. But all he wanted was a title shot tonight. It's the weakest Ava has been written forever. For someone who's going to be a presidential campaign and potentially be the youngest president of the United States of America, like she is the youngest general manager in WWE history, it's the weakest she's looked so far. She looks silly. Because the way Ethan Page lined up as well, he was like, I've got this list of demands, buddy. One demand, have a title shot this Sunday. And the second one is to end the Trick Willie era tonight. Oh, bollocks, innit? Bollocks. That's a fair point. Ava gonna cost Ethan Page? No. Great spinning suplex from Ethan Page. Excuse me, sorry. Very burpy this evening. Burpy boy. Not the right kind of burpees either. I should be doing that stuff, you know. That's how burpees work in the gym, isn't it? Oh, shut up about burpees. I think there's more to the contract that we don't know yet. That would be crap as well, because the entire segment was... It felt like it was all laid bare right there. Ethan Page himself didn't... He said, like, this is all I want, a shot tonight, and then that'll be it. Matt Hardy will cost Ethan Page. Could you imagine? Any information on the Ricochet talk? Apparently he's just gone, isn't he? He's not going to re-sign. He's just going to leave in the summer. Or they're at an impasse. I think that was the latest I saw. Like Spike for the Ricochet impasse if you fancy. I don't know. Let's get to 700 likes. We're on 636. It's the easiest way to support this bollocks. Tickle the algorithm. Tickle the algorithm. Malik Blade said, I think there is more to the contract because he cut Ava off before telling Trick what he wanted. Very interesting. I didn't pick up on that. That's the latest to NXT. It's like an onion. Those empty seats, man. This is a crap venue, isn't it? What's Trick Willie going for? Brett's rope here, rock bottom, maybe? Nope. Oh, lovely. Kept hold of the arm as Ethan Page after the of Brett's rope. Power slam. Near fall. To be fair, I don't think this venue choice is Chef Michael's choice. I think this is above his pay grade. I'm sure Chef Michaels would want this to be in a sold-out arena around the United States of America. I hope that Ava doesn't get involved. She's not ready for prominent TV time, I'm sure we can all agree. Through her time in the Schism, where she said every sentence in the same cadence, to her time now as general manager, where she continues to say every sentence in the same cadence, with no emotion behind her eyes. She is still new, though, I guess. But still, don't let that take away from how brilliant she is, and that she is going to be the president in the autumn. That's what the commentators tell us every week. DDT from Trick Willie. The match is going along fine. Following the theme of the night, I'd argue, no real oomph outside of Oba. I don't think, at this moment in time, I don't think Ava has it either. I agree with EO in the chat there. IO. E-I-E-I-E-I-O. Up the Premier League we go. Weird palm strike kind of thing from Trick. Big Booker T back kick. Heel kick, sorry. Get it right, Ross, you dick. Flapjack-alicious. Kip, whoop, kind of kip up. That was like a Ross Tweddell kip up, that. Matt Owens disappointed with the lack of surprises. What are you talking about? We've seen Ash by Elegance. We've seen Ash by Elegance. Paxman, I guess. Tatum Paxley. Counts as a surprise. Fantastic. Hey, Larry Rabb. Thank you very much indeed, sir. Thanks again for helping me not watch wrestling alone. No problem, my friend. Don't ever feel obliged to give that much, although it is greatly appreciated. Like Spike for Larry Rabb if you haven't liked the stream already. We're 49 away from 700. Let's get to 700 by the end of the night. Much appreciated, Larry. Hope all is well. Near fall for Trick Willie. It feels like we're going at War-tish now. Boo, 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 boo. Up through the gears. Surprised they showed Mr. Roundtree since he just failed a drug test. Oh. Big reversal from Paige, big knee in the corner. That's the sort of stuff you miss out on when you don't really follow MMA and the UFC. What's he been... Well, does it come out what he failed for? Is it just like a banned... Just a blanket term banned substance? Give me the nitty gritty, Aaron Moran. Feels like we're getting to portion 3 of the match now. The bit before the finish. They're both on their knees, slugging it out. They're on their feet, slugging it out. Trick Willie getting the better of Ethan Page. Man in front row going wild. Up for the power bomb. Trick reverses. Ducks the clothesline. Swing and a miss from Page. Swing and a miss from Trick. Swing and a hit from Page. Rock bottom from Trick. Dilly ding, dilly dong. It's not Uranagi when they go down, is it? It's a rock bottom. Chris Martin, thank you very much for the $5. Ross, would you say NXT would benefit from an international crowd? Let's get NXT TakeOver Newcastle. Don't you even put that prospect in front of my eyes. And don't expect me to get it, to not get a stiffy. Oh, why have I said that? I know they don't use takeover revenue. I would, in the words of Kevin Keek, I would love it. I would love it if NXT came to Newcastle. I think if we've seen anything just based off international crowds in recent times, the last year and a half, the answer to that question is most definitely yes. Most definitely yes. American wrestling crowds have been showing up over the past year and a half. I expect Glasgow to follow the same sort of pattern. France was the best, though. Up the French. Big power slam from Page through the announce table. This feels like a moment as there's sweets on the floor where Metaphor members could come down to the ring and potentially get involved. Will they do it? I don't know. I know it was a different NXT, but I remember being at the arena, which holds, I think, around about 9,000. Or is it 11,000? That might be it, you know. Finisher from Page. Oh, no, Trick Willie looking at the ref and he does kick out. He does kick out. If WrestleMania goes London, I'm coming and buying a drink for all Cultaholic all night. Thank you very much, Larry Rabb. Oh, I thought the lights went out there, but the screen went black for some reason. Has Ethan Page got another finisher? I can't remember. Obviously, he does that Razor's Edge kind of maneuver. Has he got another one? He's losing his bananas in the corner now as Ethan Page. He's risking a disqualification. Oh, that's it. It's over. Trick's big knee. They have pinned Ethan Page on his first night in. Very interesting booking. Would I do a Fightful collab like Tom did if I wasn't working 9 o'clock in the morning? Yeah, but I am. I can't do what Tom does. I think it's unhealthy what Tom does. I tell him all the time to slow down Tom, but he never listens. Never listens anyway. Trick Willie with the big win. Very interesting. This feels like it ended a bit early. There's going to be some kind of attack right now. Ethan Page pinned clean on his first night in. Interesting booking. Well, as we were saying earlier, the main event scene in NXT is a bit shallow, shall we say? Shallow. His finisher was, that's a shock as well. His finisher, the Razor's Edge, getting kicked out like that was very shocking indeed. It feels like there's more to come. I'd agree with Bill Harris in the chat that this has been the weakest NXT PLE this year for a long while. But they can't all be bangers, can they? I don't think the setting has helped at all. In fact, I think that where they've held this show is really taken away from the show, if anything. Oh, there's Sexy Red. Don't do it, man. Think about booking. I've a heart attack the amount of times people have done this tonight. Where does Ethan Page go from here then? Surely he's going to go down the card now. Trick in the corner now celebrating. Oh yeah, man. Like Spike for Trick, Willie's reign. There's the little thing in the corner. That might be it. No way. No way. Don't end it now. It feels like something's got to happen. It's gone off the air. Well, even I can't really defend that. That was a mid, and I mean mid show. Thank you for watching, everybody. What a shame, eh? What a shame the way that ended. It felt like at least someone was going to come out and attack Trick to set up Trick's next feud. Ethan Page goes down the card now. Who is there in the main event? Oh, right. We'll have to see where that goes on Wednesday, where Cody Rhodes will be on the show. Please, as I can see, we've got 666 likes. I'm not the devil. Please like it if you haven't liked the stream already. Please give us a like spike for tonight's stream. Thank you for joining. Thank you for your donations. Very much appreciated. I have been Ross, and I will see you all very soon indeed. Thank you very much. Someone's unliked the stream. Don't unlike the stream. We're on 665 now. We need more likes to make this stuff happen again in the future. Anyway, thank you for watching, everybody. Thank you for keeping me company. And I'll see you soon. 675. Let's get to 700. Go on. Let's get to 700. I believe in you. I believe in you. 682. Come on. We can do it. Let's go. 9-1. 9-1. 9-1. I feel like I show speed. Oh, my God. That's the first time I'll say that in my life. We're on 691. 696. We need 4 more. 4 more. 4 more. 4 more. 4 more. We need 4 more. 704. Thank you, everyone. Good night. See you later.